Non-stale.
God, it's so weird. It's called fresh.
So you know I'll be leaving here, right?
Yeah, you're leaving at what, 1 or something?
11:30.
Or 11:30, yeah.
Freaking blower thing.
What is it?
We're going to get my son's car calibrated, his interlock system. What a fucking racket. What a fucking racket. They wouldn't do it here because he wasn't there.
That's weird.
Okay, guys. Yeah. This is, you did really well, Dan.
What did you say?
Because I could have it I'll bet you it's the exact same one.
I said you did it perfect.
But then you fuck it up. That's his whole point.
I didn't fuck anything up. Fuck you.
Dan, you did great.
How about that? I love when I make fun of Dan on the air. He gets so pissed. I love it. Ask Dano. He knows everything. Fuck. I love it. I'm going to do it again.
Well, thank you, Tom. I might be able to pass on some nuggets to you.
And stuff.
And stuff.
Would you do it?
You know what? And stuff. A lot of people. I hear that all the time.
I hear absolutely. Oh my God, I hear that a lot.
You just never know people are saying it until you start thinking about
exactly. That's the one too. There was the, I think on Saturday Night Live, the exactly man. Every time you said it, exactly, he would go.
Yeah, exactly doesn't mean exactly. There's nothing absolute. There's nothing exact.
What are you talking about? Oh, I'm talking about, you know, Hillary Clinton's real crook. Exactly.
Oh, so all the polls have, you know, your man's losing, no matter how we look at it.
What are you talking about?
All the polls.
Okay, except for Wall Street.
No, he's going to lose.
Okay.
And I'll bet this time anything you want to bet.
Oh my God.
Anything.
Okay.
I just want 20 from Ted.
What do you want to bet?
He never pays. Ted is the worst, man. He never pays. I swear to God, I beat him on Trump. I beat him on Trump, and he's never fucking paid.
What was this thing there? He said, well, you didn't have anything to lose. Well, that wasn't the bet.
I know. He accepted. I said, if Trump wins, you owe me dinner at Del Frisco's.
I love the people who say they're going to go move out of the country.
And if Hillary wins, I'll buy you dinner at Del's.
I know.
You know, I really like what's going on in the country.
Cher says she would move to Jupiter if you got elected.
No, seriously.
I wish they'd say they'd kill themselves or something.
There's nothing going on with this country that's bad. I mean, it's the reaction.
God, you must watch the weirdest news, Tom. I swear to God.
Mark.
Everything I look at and see, he's gonna fucking cream.
Never. No.
Okay.
No, there's a pull out. You're right.
Tell him the truth. Tell him.
You know where Obama was sitting at this time on his
reelection? I'm not
re-election?
giving you my
He was
opinion,
15
goddamn you.
down.
I'm not giving you my opinion.
The same poll.
He's wishing Hillary was running again. You better go. We're up. We're up.
He's back on the ground. Won't you
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. I'm your consumer advocate fighting for you. Do you like what the economy is doing? Do you like where we are going? What is the problem? This is not a political show, never has been. But why do people say, many times you hear them say, the country's in terrible shape, we've never had more division and hatred and strife? Why? I think people are having a great time. In fact, we have less consumer problems. Veterans are happy. I've talked to veterans who said they've never felt more supported in their lives. The black unemployment rate is probably one of the lowest in history. What's going on? Is the country going down or is it doing fine? Now, this is a consumer show. We talk about everything. Is the country doing well? That's what I want to know. Is there anyone out there right now, you're not working, can't find a job, things are too expensive, and you hate what's happening? I need to know. Anyway, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255.
Those shorts are something else.
What's wrong with
in
you?
5 years? Actually, I'm going to go further.
I've actually worn shorts
in
before.
20-something years of knowing
ask
you,
Stephanie.
I've never seen. Have you ever seen him in shorts, Suzanne?
I think you just.
No, I haven't ever.
Here's the thing. I don't think you've noticed because you didn't allow your eyes to go there, and here's why.
Well, that's probably true.
Because when I wore shorts, they were big and baggy, and now I'm wearing the Lycra Speedos, and
oh, my goodness.
And you just notice them underneath this desk. Yes, I have. I believe in short shorts. Oh God. Anyway, here's the deal. You dress for comfort once you're over a certain age, not for style and fashion. You dress for comfort. 303-713-TALK. I have a problem here. Now, I'm just going to be right straight with you, okay? I have never lied to anyone on this show about anything. Eventually, I'm going to get pressure about Timeshare Exit Team because they're a giant advertiser. Now, no one has ever, in iHeart, ever told me what to talk about and what not to talk about. But what they say is, hey, come on now. We can work this out. I mean, Timeshare Exit Team's a giant advertiser around the country. Dave Ramsey is sold out. He's sold out for him. And the reason I say that is because he's getting so many complaints about them, and he would have the power to talk to them and work this thing out. I'm getting complaints. Here's the main complaint. You pay money up front, and you don't hear from them sometimes in 3 or 4 or 5 years. Now, in the beginning, they gave me the excuse that they switched law firms, and some people dropped through the cracks. Now, to be fair, they have taken care of many people we've sent to them. But there's something wrong. There's just something wrong. I'm going to tell you that straight up. There is something wrong.
I think Ramsey's people, though, are seeing that there's an issue, and I think they're starting to get involved.
I don't think they are.
You don't think so?
Well, let's find out. I mean, no. I think what they do is forward them to Timeshare Exit Team. June?
Yes.
What's going on with you?
Exactly what you just said.
How many years has it been?
It'll be 3 years.
What do they tell you?
Well, I just talked to the senior vice president yesterday after I called.
Well, good. I'm glad you talked to the senior vice president. What did he say?
He said that, well, he gave me some options if I wanted to stay in it. I told him I did not. And then he told me that he would be sending me a full refund. Good.
Well, then that's good. We got a good response.
That's excellent.
I can't fault them for that. If they take care of people, that's all I ask.
But
what?
When I had talked to him, he said that they had already sent me the transfer fee that we paid a long time ago and never got the transfer or the settlement fee. So when I talked to him on Monday,
we can work that out. We'll work that out.
Well, and he asked me if I had received it, so obviously he thought that they had sent it. When I talked to him
yesterday...
Listen,
one thing, let me explain this. They're not crooks, okay? They're not. And they're not liars, and they're not sleaze. What they are is a company that got a giant response, and now they're trying to play catch-up, and they did switch law firms, but that was like 3 years ago. But I will say this. They are trying to take care of the people we send to them. I don't want to go overboard, okay? We do have a problem. But June, they told you they're going to send you your money, and now you're upset because they said they already sent you something. If you can show they didn't send it, if they can find that they didn't really send it, I'm sure they will take care of it. Don't you think? I think so. Listen, we do have their ear. We really do. As I said, I really wish that Ramsey got more involved. I really do. He's their national spokesperson. We will stay on top of it, okay? Let's talk to Alan. Alan has a follow-up. Now, this is Cal Mini.
So frustrating, Tom.
They specialize in Mini Coopers, right?
No, lift kits.
Oh, lift kits. Okay, why do they call them minis? I thought it was the Mini Cooper. Anyway, go ahead. Do you have a mini? What do you have? What kind of car?
It's a 99 Chevy Tracker.
Okay, and they sell lift kits at Cal Mini.
Yeah.
And what is the problem we're having?
So I ordered it almost a year and a half ago and received nothing. They told me they were going to give me a refund check on 4/25. Still nothing. I mean.
So then, Tom, he called the show.
Yes, he called the show.
And we reached out. They have told me twice now they're going to refund him.
Well,
they said they would cut a check at the beginning of June and let me know when that's cut.
They think this is just going to go away. And my Martino Marauders have never let me down, ever. We have had success 100% of the time when a business is still in business and we put out the phone number. Now, if they go out of business, there's not much we can do. But, Alan, it's time to what we call go to war. You have not gotten your refund. How much did they take from you?
It's almost $1,200, $5.
And you got nothing?
Nothing.
How long ago did you pay?
They took the money out of my account January 9, 2018.
Oh, this is ridiculous. 2018, it's been more than a year and a half. You got nothing, and these people think they can do that. Now, here's your fault. Your fault is you did not pay by credit card, so you didn't protect yourself. So
I switched. I do that now, though.
Yeah, good. Let's put out this phone number. Here's what I want people to say. We heard about you on the Tom Martino Show. The number is 303-MARTINO. They're telling people to avoid you all over the country. They're live on Facebook, live on YouTube. They're live on the iHeartRadio app. They are a giant downloaded show with their podcasts all over the country. Cal Mini, you better step up or we're going to spread the word. Please, please, please help me. You see, when we do this together, it really works. Here's the number. Ready? 661-398-9500. 661-398-9500. That's 661-398-9500. I heard about you on the Tom Martino Show out of Denver. They're live on Facebook, live on YouTube. They're live on the iHeartRadio app. They have downloaded podcasts. They are telling people to avoid you because you lied. You took money, did nothing, and then you lied to us. You're liars and you're thieves, in my opinion, based on my experience here. Let's see what happens. You were going to say something?
Yeah,
Suzanne?
and ask where's Alan's money.
Yeah, where's Alan's money? Good idea. 303-713-TALK. This hour brought to you by One Clear Choice Doors. Simply the best garage door company anywhere. OneClearChoiceDoors.com. They will do free inspections, tune-ups, lubrications, hinge bolt tightening, and sensitivity adjustments if you mention Martino. And, of course, they want to be your garage door company. OneClearChoiceDoors.com. My favorite guest coming up right after this.
This report is sponsored by Blue Email.
The elevator would not open for me.
I know.
And I stood there and stood there. I'm like, oh no.
No.
And then, guys, I messed it up worse. I get up, and I'm not used to all this construction. I thought I landed on the wrong floor. So I said, wait, I thought it was the 4th floor. So I go to the 3rd floor, and the guy goes, no, it's the 4th floor. And I had to wait again on the elevator, and I waited and waited.
No, that's
guys, I'm so sorry. My gosh.
We're gonna put a sign out there that said like 2nd floor or something, or basement.
That
what we should put.
Totally threw me off. I thought I was on the wrong floor. Yes.
No, it's us too. Got everybody.
Thank God, I made it.
20 seconds. QC manufacturing law. Traffic and weather. I'm Pete Wagner. 6:30.
How do I select all? Damn it.
Blue Emu. Did you know that most pain relieving products use menthol, which irritates the skin? I mean, pain is irritating enough, right? Blue Emu pain relief products are odor-free and irritation-free. Blue Emu works fast, and you won't sleep.
I want to tell you about Quiet Cool Whole House Fan. It's called QCColorado.com. Q as in quiet, C as in cool. QuietCoolColorado.com. Today, I am having this installed in my home because I did some research. And this is the best of the best. Now, they all work, but this one works the best, and I'll tell you why. It's the strongest. It's remotely mounted, so it makes no noise whatsoever. It has remote control, so you don't have to bust through walls and wire anything. And it will keep your house cooler
and it will cut your air conditioning bills in half or more. Plus, healthy air exchanges when you use it properly. QCcolorado.com. You will not believe one of the most energy efficient purchases you can make. 720-398-4510. I'm getting one today, and yes, I am paying for it. 720-398-4510.
Hey guys, your prospect should be the last thing on your mind.
Do I have just one, right?
Well, did you see that in what happened in Memphis?
No, what happened in Memphis?
Shot a black man, and they had basically a riot. 25 cops injured.
I kind of heard about that, yeah. What was the guy doing? Did the cops fuck up?
They haven't come to that. It was with U.S. Marshals.
How much time after that?
Oh, wow. Were the cops that got hurt U.S. Marshals?
No. Well, might have been, but it was mostly the local police.
K&H Home Solutions has a deal for you this month. K&H has huge discounts. Now, let me say about K&H. They do windows, they do doors, they do siding, and of course they do gutters and they do roofs as well. The sale this month has to do with your whole house package of siding, doors, and windows. You get 30% off the entire package, then an extra 10% off entry doors if you mention Martino. So that's 30% off windows, siding, and doors, and you get an extra 10% when you mention Martino off of your entry door. 303-421-7100. They have financing available as well. Here's the deal. You can make your own appointment, no obligation, in-home. They'll bring all of the samples. KHWindows.com. KHWindows.com. This is a company I've known for 30 years. KHWindows.com. I'm sorry, Martin, you just have to start because I have to go. There's nothing I can do about it.
What's the matter?
I have to pay.
Oh. I thought someone fucking died.
It's Windows. Just died.
Oh, that is funny as hell.
For confidential information on mental and substance
Yeah, they're doing an investigation.
There's what?
They're still doing an investigation to see what.
God, that was funny. Why is this not working? Damn it.
Stock markets make you nervous? With such frequent ups and downs, don't let market volatility derail your retirement. Hi, I'm Linda Gardner, host of Your Money, Your Retirement, Saturday on 6.
How come I don't hear through my headphones right now? Do you have any idea?
Call today to schedule a complimentary review of your portfolio. Call 720-488-8604. That's 720-488-8604. Or online, yourmoneyyourretirement.com.
Hey, how's that evaporative cooler of yours doing? Hi, this is Ken Moon. Some people call it a swamp cooler, but regardless of the name, they need some TLC when you start them up this time of year. We'll talk about that and much more this Saturday morning, 9 to 11, on Around the House, right here on 630 KHOW.
Don't sweat through another summer with inefficient windows and doors. With Pella windows and doors from Dream Style, your home will be more comfortable and beautiful, and they'll help you save money on your energy bills. Save $229 per window and $629 per patio door.
That's because I drank it.
Tom,
this is what we gotta do.
Financing. Dream
We gotta
Style
set
Remodeling.
this is how we did it last year. This is exactly what we did last year. So we did this. We drew it from here.
That's DreamStyleWindows.com.
No, this is exactly what we did.
This is 3.5.
On my laptop. You hooked some stuff.
I gotta go.
I'll show you on the next break.
Just stay over there, though, and I'll come over and look at it. You don't have to. Hi,
Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. He's playing. Why are you playing that?
It's Frank Duran. Duran.
Yeah, I get it. Frank Duran, the realestateman.com. Frank Duran, he's the man. Frank, welcome to the show. Okay,
see ya.
We thought there's got to be an adjustment somewhere or a slowdown, but it sped back up again. What's going on with real estate, Frank? There's no end in sight right now. What's going on?
We just put 13 homes under contract just the last couple of weeks, Tom. Virtually every one of them a bidding war. Literally.
So it went a little tiny cool, a little cool. It was red hot, and it went down to just hot.
Yeah.
Now it's red hot again. Why? What's going on?
Well, I think people tend to hit the panic button because I think right around January, February, it did cool down, in fact. But then we saw another surge. We expected this right around May, and that's exactly what happened. We had another surge. there's just not a lot of inventory, and builders are not getting properties out on the market very fast. So I think ultimately with the lack of inventory, the low interest rates, it's a perfect storm for a great summer ahead.
And a seller's market.
And a seller's market, yeah.
Unless you're with Frank, and I still made a great deal. Buying. Still can make great deals. But if you're selling, this is what's weird. Frank puts on one hat when he's helping you list and sell, and another hat when he's helping you buy, and they're both for your advantage. Isn't that cool? 303-713-TALK. We have some lines open. James, what's going on?
Yes, Tom, I'm trying to get some information on overseas insurance. Who would I call?
Overseas insurance?
Yes.
What kind? Like travel insurance for if you get hurt or medical things?
Yeah, all of those included. Like if I lose any of my luggage.
Okay, but you got different people for different things. Okay.
Okay.
The main insurance you need when traveling, the main insurance, forget luggage and all that because they're too limiting. You're never going to really get what you want. Okay, you truly limit your cash, your valuables, and you get smart. The only real insurance you need is medical. That can devastate people when they're overseas. You need something that can drive you, get you home, send you home, or something that'll get you the best care in a country. It depends on where you're visiting. And I would talk to Integra Insurance about health insurance outside of the country or accident insurance. When it comes to just insurance for traveling, I have never used travel insurance for general lost things. Mark, have you ever used travel insurance? No, and I don't think many people do, James. They're too limiting. Even if they say they're going to cover your bags, you got to go through so many hoops, you never really get reimbursed. It almost never works.
So just basically medical.
Medical and emergency is the main thing, yes.
But don't get ripped off. Call Integra. Get a real policy.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, do they do 2-week?
I don't know. In fact, hold on. We'll call them. Cut through the mustard and find out what they have. 303-713-TALK. We have lines open, and we also have Frank Duran, the real estate man. If you want to ask how he sells homes quicker and faster and for more money than anyone else, ask. If you want to know why he closes more homes in a month than many real estate people do in a year, ask. Will, what's going on with you, Will?
Hey, so I actually have a friend, and I'm in Arkansas, so some little bit different things going on, but he's having trouble. His wife hasn't let him see his son in. And
where does he live? Where does he live?
He's in Arkansas too.
Okay, and his wife does not let him see the son. Let me ask some questions. When were they divorced?
They're not.
Okay, when were they separated?
She kicked him out about 2 weeks ago. He's back in the house now, but now she's moved out. So friend was kicked out. Then she moved out. Then and when she moved out, did she take the kids? Yep, she's got his kid and then someone else's kid, but
who's some? Oh, okay. Moved out with kid. So he has one child.
Yeah, he only has one.
Okay, and she is saying you can't see your child?
That's what she's telling him.
Now, listen to me carefully. Is this going to be a divorce?
He's trying to save it. She's not.
Okay. To protect himself, he must file a divorce first.
He has to file first. Okay.
That gives you the upper hand. But here, it's important. Now, listen carefully. That doesn't mean you have to go through with it.
Okay.
That just means he needs to establish some ground rules, and the easiest way to establish ground rules is to get a case filed because certain protections flow. Now, whether or not it's in Arkansas or any other state, here's what happens in most divorces, okay? When you file, certain things are triggered. First and foremost, there's usually a financial stay. That means if there's any money anywhere, no one can take it. They have to leave it for calculations of division. Okay?
Okay.
So another thing that is usually right away. They can't take the kids anywhere, okay? So those two things usually go into effect with the filing of a divorce. Another thing, there's temporary orders, meaning this is what you pay your wife, this is what she pays you, or this is what you pay for child support, blah, 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 blah. Did he ever adopt the other child?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Did he? Okay. So listen, he's got to do this immediately, then he's got to ask for temporary orders, and that's where the visitation is granted. So there's going to be three things. There's going to be the filing of divorce, and then there's going to be the divorce decree and the parenting plan separate, okay?
Okay.
But before all of that is temporary orders. So file divorce, make a motion for temporary orders, get the visitation and the finances out of the way. Is she working?
No, she collects SSI.
Why?
I think her other kid has like heart problems. So
that's SSDI then, right?
SSDI, yeah, my bad.
Okay, listen, you have to tell your friend to get an attorney too. I would not do this alone.
Right.
So that's the very first thing. You don't go straight to authorities about parenting because she has every right to have that child. In fact, he has every right to go and get the child right now and keep it away from the mom as well. Everyone has a right to do anything because nothing has been ordered yet.
Okay.
But I don't suggest he start a war. I suggest he file that case with an attorney. John Jones, Integra Insurance. John, if I'm going to Europe or if I'm going somewhere and I want to be protected for emergencies, accidents, or just illness, do you guys have plans?
Absolutely, yes, sir. Travel medical insurance.
Oh, cool. And how long can I buy it for?
You can take it for, gosh, as short as a day or two, a week if you need, or up to I believe a full year. 360.
How much does it run? And James, you're listening. You can ask too. John, how much does it run?
Well, it depends. It depends on your age.
Give me some ranges. Give me. How old are you, James?
48.
Let's see.
48 years old. Is it for just you or a family?
For myself, and I'm going for 8 days. Well, I'm sorry, 10 days.
What kind of insurance do you have stateside?
I have Blue Cross Blue Shield, and I have life insurance through Mutual Liberty.
Hey, how does regular health insurance work, John, if he did nothing?
Well, it depends. The Blue Cross Blue Shield plan you have, is it their PPO?
Yes.
Oh, if they're PPO, then you may have where you're going. You may have coverage where you're going.
Isn't that the big issue? Where he's going?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Isn't that the big issue? I mean, if you go to Afghanistan, I mean, they might not insure you, right?
Country, yeah, absolutely. So I would recommend that you reach out to first before you just go ahead and buy a travel insurance plan separate. That you reach out to Blue Cross Blue Shield and discuss with them your coverage under your PPO plan while you're traveling, and let them know where you're going, all that good stuff.
I'm sorry. I have EPP.
You have what?
I'm looking at. Oh, I'm sorry. I do have PPO. I'm sorry.
PPO. Yeah.
I'm looking at my insurance card.
All right. So hold on now. But John, let's just say people listening want to buy travel insurance, medical insurance. Give me some price ranges for someone in their 40s.
All right. Well, let's do here. I'll plug a couple things in here.
Yeah. Just
you're leaving on July 1st, and you're going to be gone for 1 month.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And let's see here. You are 19. There you go. 40 years old.
Okay.
So for an entire month, if you have $1 million of coverage with a $0 deductible, total policy amount would be $93.
My God, that's reasonable.
Yeah, and that's for their Atlas International. That's the most popular plan. It's a specific carrier. And then you can have a premium plan which ups some of the numbers, but for different things, whether extradition, whatever it might be. So that would be, as if you wanted to, which isn't necessary generally, but $165 for the whole month. So it is reasonable, yes, sir.
All right, so here's what we got. Integra Insurance Group, 303-466-5555. 5500.
This report is sponsored by Blue
Additional
Emu.
crashes being
cleared across town
No, I think what they mean is if you're, I don't know. When I think of extradition, I'm thinking
getting out of the country.
Yeah,
You know, like he needs emergency to, I don't know.
Extradition. I don't know.
And then an open file.
Good, that's where I want to see it.
And it was.
Because a guy online just asked that.
And that's
He gets evacuation
insurance.
Okay.
Watch out for that. Southbound I-25 still slow downtown.
I wonder what that means, though. You get sick that they get you back home?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, like emergency, they're going to fly back. Or, you know what's really if you die overseas.
Email that to me.
Centeno. 10 seconds.
Or if you can't upload it, what size is it?
Long.
Centeno long?
1.56 GB?
Yeah, email it to me if you can. Thank you, Frankie.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
Centeno Schultz. That's the name you should remember. That's the name that you should truly look for in stem cell therapy. Now, there are others that do it right, but Centeno Schultz is the one I know, I trust, the one I research, and I know for sure there are more phony clinics out there than real ones. The phony clinics are mostly chiropractors, yeah, unfortunately, because they have amniotic fluid and umbilical cord blood, and they lie to you. There's no simple way to put it. Centeno Schultz are MDs. They will do stem cell therapy, extract stem cells at the time of treatment, and re-deliver them with imagery. They'll also do other therapies if stem cell is not indicated, which are less invasive and less costly. Centeno Schultz, thestemcellexperts.com, 303-963-9201, 963-9201.
Looks like they're the same thing. The evacuation, the method of evacuation is determined based on the patient's condition and location. It's getting them to a medical facility. So, say they're out in the middle of the woods with a helicopter.
Flight for life,
right.
whatever.
I totally disagree.
Well, if Dan said it, you know it's wrong.
That's right.
I think that's why he left. That's why Deputy Clint left. I used to give him too much shit, like I do, but Dan can take it.
No, he needed to be.
No, I think I gave too much shit. There are times Deputy Dan feels like saying shove it up your ass, but he doesn't.
I was going to bring up, hey, didn't you say Buttigieg was a badass special forces guy?
Who?
Buttigieg?
Who is that? Oh, I heard that. Yeah, he is. Is he?
No.
Come on.
And Hillary's going to win.
Wait, he's not?
No, he never was. Special forces?
Yes, he was.
Come on. He looks like a little wimp. He looks like a little cartoon character.
Hey,
who is it?
Are you
Buttigieg,
you're homophobic.
the mayor from...
you're homophobic.
Mayor Pete Buttigieg, the mayor from Indianapolis?
He has more of a chance than Hickenlooper. Who the
Oh,
fuck
absolutely.
Why does Hickenlooper think he has a chance?
You know why they say? To get his name out there so he can come back there and
He
run
wants
for
to get a
senator.
cabinet position.
Senator. Run for senator in Colorado.
Well, he can do that easily.
But he'll get his name out
Who
there.
will he go
more.
against, though?
The Republican, what's his name?
Cory Gardner.
There you go.
Cory's a little wimp.
Yeah. I think he's the next Democrat, too.
Remember Ben Nighthorse Campbell?
Yeah.
Is he still around? Didn't he change colors? He did, didn't he?
Change colors.
What, a Democrat?
Oh. He's no longer an Indian.
He became Republican.
Oh, he's like, what's his name? Who's the guy from down south? And he was senator for like one term. They say he's very anti.
I want to know something. If you can select your gender, why can't I select my ethnicity?
You can.
Why can't you? The one woman said she's Pocahontas.
I want to identify as Ethiopian.
You are now Ethiopian. That's all you got to do.
Crown you.
That's it.
You want to be a prince?
Fill out the census.
You want to be a prince from Ethiopia?
With a rich uncle? I can't find this fucking belt.
Wow, this is. So Ben Nighthorse Campbell was a chair of the Senate Indian Affairs Committee, succeeded by John McCain.
Who?
John McCain succeeded Ben Campbell from being Indian Affairs.
It's Ben Nighthorse Campbell to you. Frank, do you have Indian in you? You look American Indian.
No, you know what? I found out we have Italian, Spanish, and Greek.
Radio station.
What is it? What? Italian, Spanish, and Greek.
I'm Tom Martino, your troublemaker. Sometimes I'm a troublemaker. Hey, welcome to the show. Frank Duran, the real estate man, is with us. If you need anything, call me. If you want to talk about anything, call me. You know? I've decided if you can select gender, you should also be able to select ethnicity. I want to be Ethiopian. I just want to be. I identify with Ethiopia. And I want to be questioning. So I'm going to be a questioning Ethiopian. QE. All right? What are you going to be, Mark? Pick one.
I'm going to stick with...
Nothing is definite. You can be anything you want.
Canadian.
Yeah, okay. Cool. A? And
A.
Canadian, a questioning Canadian or a straight Canadian?
Straight up Canadian.
Okay. Julie?
Hi there, Tom.
Hey, what's going on? This is a serious topic. What's happening?
So I'm looking for some advice on a child neglect issue.
Now, is it someone you know?
Yes.
Okay.
A relative.
Is it a relative?
Yes.
Okay, how close? What kind of relative?
Well, this is my cousin's granddaughter.
Okay. By the way, it makes no difference when you observe neglect whether you're a relative or not. The only reason I ask is you have more rights as a certain relative, such as a spouse, ex-spouse, or biological or step or grandparent. So go ahead. Okay. None of those. So it's like now, are you observing something or are you sensing? Tell me what's going on.
Well, no, actually, this is so my cousin is a male, and his sister, she's also my cousin. So she's the one that's really more in the middle of all of this, trying to get something accomplished.
Okay, so this cousin, are they first or second cousins?
They're my first cousins.
Okay, now your first cousin woman is trying to rat out her brother.
No, this would be her great niece. So her niece is the mother of this child.
Okay.
And the great niece is the problem. She's an 11-year-old.
Okay. So that part doesn't matter then.
Okay.
So what's going on? What does she observe? What does she know? What does she think?
So the 11-year-old, oh boy, it's so complicated.
How many kids does this alleged neglector have?
2 children, an older boy who's 16 and the 11-year-old.
11 and 16, are they both boys?
No, a girl.
11 years old is the girl?
Yes.
Okay, and what is the kind of neglect they're talking about?
The mother just recently got out of a drug rehab program due to drug charges. So it was actually...
What kind? Is it meth?
Sorry?
Meth? I want to know if it's meth.
No.
Okay, good. Because the other ones actually work. Meth almost never works. So what is it? What kind of addiction?
I believe it was a cocaine bust.
Yeah, that's hard. Okay. So what's going on now? What do you think's going on? Just spill it.
So because she went to jail, so the older boy already about a year and a half ago requested...
Where did the kids go when she was in jail?
The older boy had requested to leave and go to live with other relatives. He did not want to be around his mother.
Was he emancipated?
No, he wasn't emancipated, but, well, maybe he was because he told the judge he wanted to go live with the other relatives, and then the other relatives got custody of him.
Okay, so the older boy with relatives, and where's the 11-year-old?
So the 11-year-old, the only place that was available when her mother was sent to jail was this cousin of mine, the female.
What do you mean?
Aunt, the great aunt.
So, hold on.
Told them I will take her because she needs to go somewhere that she didn't want her to go to foster care.
So your friend, you're the cousin.
Yes.
Okay. So now your cousin has this baby.
she had her from November until February. She was living with her, and she stayed with her the whole time until her mother was released from this.
Now was she given back?
Well, she's back with the mother since February. During the time from November to February, her grades drastically improved. Her
No, I understand.
attitude improved. Everything went much
All that
better while
matters.
she was-
All that matters is endangerment. Grades don't matter. None of that matters. What matters is, and it doesn't even matter church. It doesn't matter about behavior, except where it endangers the child. That's all that. I know people think that's weird. Well, she was doing so well. Well, it doesn't matter. If she's with her mother and she's not doing so well, tough. But it's not endangering the child. So I need to know, what neglect are we talking about with the girl and her mom right now?
Well, I guess I don't know specifically. All I know is that she has.
Is she eating?
Gone to F. She's failing everything.
None of that matters. I know that sounds crazy. I swear to you. I wish judges looked at more, but they don't. They don't look at more. They don't look at schoolwork. What they look at is endangerment. Is she eating? Is she sleeping? Is she safe? Is she being assaulted? They will not get into grades and if she's studying, what the homework is. They're not going to get into it.
Okay.
Well, you're wasting your time is what I'm saying. You're not going to terminate parental rights because of it.
Okay. She's gotten into several fights. Well, she's not gotten into. She's started several fights that have been videotaped and posted.
Oh, violent behavior is definitely a factor. Okay. Now, that is a factor. It's lack of supervision. I mean, so you're saying that this girl, she's only 11.
Yeah.
And she is a badass?
Yeah, she's become very, I mean, they're on social media. You can see them, and she's the aggressor. She goes and just beats the crap out of a couple of these girls. I mean, just pounding.
Has the aunt made a motion to the courts for custody?
She called social services because she felt that this...
Okay, what did social services say?
Well, they said, we can't do anything unless the school will assist in this. The school says, you know, we've got all kinds of kids like this, and all of them just go back to the same situation, so it's a waste of time for us. And she's like, but...
Well, I think what social services said is if the school does not see an issue with endangerment, you know, I mean, really, behavior, you see, violent behavior is different. But violent behavior where they're breaking the law, getting in trouble, that could be an issue, but we're not... I think, here's the thing I think it's just a bad mom.
She's also seen on video smoking weed.
Okay.
She's showing, you know, she's on...
They're not going to terminate parental rights for that. Otherwise, there'd be a lot of parents without kids.
Yeah.
There would be.
11. Well, the school has talked to the aunt several times, even though technically...
Talked about what?
They've called her, well, they called her the other day to come down and get her because she got in this fight.
But why do they call the aunt?
The mother could not be reached for several hours.
And is the aunt on a list?
Because she was taking care of her for 4 months.
But do they still is she still officially on a list?
No, she's not officially on the list, but they needed to do something with her.
So what did aunt do?
They finally called the aunt.
Can the aunt just talk to this girl and say, look, we'd like to take this baby? Or this young woman?
The mother is in this position of, I've done this all on my life on my own. I've taken care of myself and my kids, according to her. Taken care of is a loose word. And I don't need you to help. I don't need you telling me what to do with my children.
Now, how is she related to this aunt, the mother? The
mother is the direct niece of the aunt.
And is that a niece because of her brother or sister?
It's a brother.
And how is her brother doing? What is her brother doing about this?
Well, her brother doesn't live in the same place, so that the grandfather...
Is he concerned about concerned about his granddaughter?
He is. He is concerned, and he has tried over the years. This goes way back.
Okay, but let me just explain something. Let's get right to it. You don't have... Now, I'm not giving you a legal opinion. I'm just telling you from the myriads of cases we've involved ourselves with. You don't have neglect where you're going to terminate parental rights. You just don't. She has to be in danger, or not eating, or better yet, not being fed. I'm telling you, it's hard. It is very, very, very difficult to do anything about it. You have to sit by and watch this girl's future go away. I know. It sounds crazy, but I don't know what else to tell you.
That's what we're literally doing, and she's talked to the school about it, and the school has said, if we know that she has family members that will help her, a lot of other kids don't, and we just can't get involved.
That's right, because there's no neglect.
Well, they've said that there is neglect, but they just can't.
Who said there's neglect? Who said there's neglect?
Well, like I said, it goes back a long period. There's
Why don't you look up the legal meaning of neglect, okay? Because you are confusing bad parenting with neglecting. You're confusing it. You're confusing the fact that she doesn't do homework, she's not good, she's fighting, with neglect. Neglect is not giving her clothes, not letting her take a shower, not letting her eat, making her stay out all night, kicking her ass out, making her stay in a dark room. I mean, neglect is not bad behavior or a bad parent, okay? Julie, I would love to help you, but do you know how many people would be neglectful under your definition? There are a lot of kids failing, smoking pot, little brats, but their parents are not being charged with neglect. I understand we all care about those kids, but it's not neglect.
I mean, you have to just tell that woman, I really feel bad for her. There's nothing we can do about that.
1 minute, budget A1 short. Budget A1 short. Up and go from Dry Creek, traveling up towards Camden. Once you get north of Yale, the drive does improve. Downtown, slow once again. From Alameda, traveling up to Colfax. Southbound, slow from I-70 to Spear as well. Westbound I-70, stop and go in the elevated portion. Westbound 270, slow approaching Vasquez. And westbound I-76 in that typical spot there on the approach to 270, a bit heavy as well. Weather forecast. Well, it's going to be mostly sunny, a chance of afternoon storms though today with a high of 85, right now partly cloudy, and 75. With your traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner, 630 K-How.
If you want unsurpassed safety, technology, and a powerful turbocharged EcoBoost engine, get a Ford. If you want America's best-selling brand, get a Ford. If you want a great deal on your next car, truck, or SUV, get to your local Ford store today. Built Ford proud.
The only place in the car business right now, Budget A1 Transmission and Auto Repair, offering free estimates on your transmission by removing the transmission, opening it up, and giving you an exact diagnosis. It's free, even if you decide not to have the work done. Free. They also guarantee to beat any legit transmission estimate by 10%. Or $250, whichever is more. You can't lose with Budget A1 Transmission and Auto Repair. 303-781-9858.
Your Burlington store to save big on the hottest men's summer fashion, like brand name polos, shorts, tees, and tanks, plus swim, activewear, and sneakers too. And don't forget to pick up Dad something special for Father's Day. From ties to Bluetooth to watches, it's all up to 60% off.
How much time after that?
Every day. Or how about a Burlington gift card? Always a perfect gift. Find your nearest Burlington store at burlington.com.
You know, we call them window wells. They're really the safety egress windows at our homes. Some builders put in old crappy ones and they deteriorate and they rust. Denver Egress can rebuild them and make them look beautiful. From the window to the enclosure, everything, even the safety grating. Or they can put in brand new ones where one never existed to legally open up that space. The only company to specialize, DenverEgressWindow.com. 720-626-4221. 720-626-4221.
Do you think we'll respond to that militarily?
Well, we don't know who. They don't even know who did it.
If it's Iran.
Torpedoed that tanker.
2 of them.
Well, who owned the tank? Where were they going?
It says U.S. is. It says where is it? American linked. I think one of them. I did listen to this. One of them was not Saudi. I don't know. But that wasn't my question.
Do we think they do it?
No. If we find out it was Iran, which I'm sure we'll find out soon. See, the problem with Iran is, I mean, is it their guard? No, that's not what I'm saying. But someone Iran funded to do it. So if we find that out, do we send a couple scuds in there or whatever they're called nowadays?
I think she'll let Saudi take care of it.
You think they do it?
They don't like each other.
Do Saudis have nukes?
No. No. The only people who have nukes in the Middle East is Israel and Israel.
That's not true. No. Pakistan.
That's not Middle East.
Oh.
Pakistan, India. Yeah, both have it.
Yeah, Pakistan, India.
I grew up in a military family.
The one that scares me over there would be Pakistan, just because they're... Well, actually, for a while they've been stable, but for a while they just weren't stable. They didn't even know what was going on in their own shit, man.
India will take care of this.
You get a coup.
Let me tell you, India's not going to let them... There's no love lost there.
You don't think so?
Huh?
If you're already in a mortgage, it's no problem. You can
How you guys been doing, man? You guys doing good?
Yeah, I was going to fly to Bali.
What?
How long of a trip do you think that is?
I don't even know where Bali's at. 12 hours?
26 hours.
26 hours.
I didn't go to Hawaii, then Bali?
I don't know where you go first. No. I mean, there's one flight leg I thought was
From
22.
Denver? From Denver?
I don't think you can fly from
Be
Denver.
sure to listen to our bumper music.
It's Elvis? He's good. I tell you, Duran is good about picking up the...
We had a
He's
great...
just like that. He just knew that, and he read Duran. Just he listens, and he plays. His next show is something to...
I'm going to send him.
Where was that place you just said again? Mark?
Bali.
Bali.
I've never even heard of that. What is
It's in India.
Wow.
Bali?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Whoa.
Big tourist attraction.
Yeah, it's right offside, right off India, right?
And they call it.
From Los Angeles, it's 22 hours. So you're looking, you'd be traveling 26 hours from here.
Why are you talking about that?
I was going to fly there to meet our new app people.
Okay.
And I was going to do it over the weekend. And then I found out how fucking far it was, and I said, there is no way I am spending 2 days in an airplane. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it if I was going to stay there a week.
Mark, some of the legs, though, on those big planes, we could do it.
22 hours on one plane? I'd have to take a fucking drug. No. Just but before... It didn't matter. I just did it all by Skype. We're all good. It's just... I'd like to meet him and shake his fucking hand is what it came down to.
Hey, Bollywood is where they make all the Indian movies. They're really good movies.
Oh, you can get... I'll tell you what blew me away. You can live in a fucking palace over there for nothing. I mean, literally, a butler at your beck and whim for $100 a night. But there's no way I'm flying 26 hours.
Well, you can make a trip out and go to Australia.
26 hours.
Frank Duran, the realestateman.com.
You know, Frank, do you have a schedule? Somebody wanted to ask, because I told people how sometimes you'll text me and then you text Mark, or then, and I mean when we were customers buying and selling real estate. So do you have a schedule where you like say this is time to call so-and-so and time to call so-and-so, or what do you do? Or does one of your teammates, the one that keeps all those records, does she tell you when it's time to do stuff?
Well, I have the luxury of having Marcy on my team, so she sort of handles me, my timing, my days.
So she'll say today inspection was due at so-and-so?
Yeah, she'll keep me posted. Say, you have a closing at this time or that time, so it's good to have support.
Of course.
Like yeah.
More than just a calendar. Yeah. She is proactively making sure things get done.
Yep. I absolutely have a schedule, though. You'd have to do what we do.
And then you have a team, because the volume is unbelievable, but you think they're the only ones. That's the amazing thing.
He would text me at 10 o'clock at night. Now, he'd ask me. He asked me at the beginning, you know, do you care when I text you? I'm like, no, you got any news, text me. I mean, it's pretty bizarre how late you work and how early you work.
Yeah.
We had that down to a science, huh, Mark?
Yeah, we did, actually.
303-713-TALK. Now, Julie called, and we do have lines open. Some days it's just like this. You can get right through. 303-713-8255. And remember, 24/7, if you call 303 Martino, please leave a contact number so we can call you. And Suzanne, this might be a good time to get on that person who was being sued by their former employee.
Wasn't available till tomorrow, Tom.
Okay.
Sorry.
Now, Julie had another question. She's the one that called and said, basically a distant relative, they believe, is neglecting her daughter. Why? Because the daughter's violent, the daughter's failing in school, used to be doing well, the daughter has behavioral problems, again, not rising to the level of neglect. Social services won't get involved with that. I mean, could you imagine how many parents would be in trouble if they went after kids that got in trouble, and they went after kids or kids' parents when the kids got in trouble, or the kids failed in school, or the kids got in fights? I mean, logically you may think, oh yeah, that is neglect, they should take the kid away, but they don't, and they won't. Julie, what else did you want to talk about?
Well, one thing that I didn't mention because we're kind of on a shortened time frame here, both children were in counseling, and the boy's counselor told the relatives that he's living with, since they're now his guardians, that this is the worst case of emotional abuse that she's ever seen with him.
All right, now hold on. You just brought up something that could be a problem, and that's emotional abuse. But we need to get into details on this, so hold on. I'm Tom Martino. 303-713-TALK.
For the entire next hour on your behalf without one cuss word.
Shucks, darn, and shoot. And
oh, got a Seinfeld trivia. If you get this.
Okay.
Who were the fake, because I just watched it last night, the fake horses that George said he had?
Slippery Pete.
That's one of them.
Repeat is one?
Two of them. Slippery Pete, when he said he had the fake house in
Hamptons.
The fake horses.
Slippery Pete was one.
Yeah.
They were going to go up there and feed Slippery Pete.
Slippery Pete. Oh, that's a good one. I might be stumped on that one, guys. I have to think.
Slippery Pete.
Slippery.
We're going! You're going!
Snoopy
and Slippery Pete.
I got one for you. What was his three-legged dog's name? His fake three-legged dog.
George's?
Yeah.
I don't remember having a three-legged dog.
Lucky?
It's from the episode where he gets traded from the Yankees to Tyler Chicken.
And it didn't work out.
Oh, he just said he had a three-legged dog.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember.
Three-legged dog Willie.
Willie.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember because she said, the girl that thought he was a tourist there, said, well, what about Willie?
That's so funny.
You know what's funny is all the fake movies where they said, like Checkmate and
Death Blow.
Death Blow and
we looked it up. There was like 9 of them.
Yeah. In fact, there's way more fake movies than real movies that they talked about.
Sack Lunch.
Sack Lunch.
Sack Lunch.
Sack Lunch.
What movie?
That's what Elaine wanted to see, Sack Lunch.
Instead of English Patient.
Yeah, that's right.
And then she had to see it twice.
Yeah.
Peterman's the one that cracks me up, though.
He's good.
He's so sophisticated. Peterman, the boss.
Oh, yeah.
You ever?
But the guy, you mean the one from the trench coat guy?
Yeah, he goes, where does he
what did Elaine put on the front of the catalog while he was gone?
Oh, the urban sombrero.
The urban sombrero.
And what gave her confidence?
Oh, her Katra.
She got her Katra.
From Kramer.
You fight children?
You're all at the same skill level.
That is true, man.
Frank knows that show, doesn't he?
Oh, man.
Oh, man. When I used to get home from work at Sears, my wife and I, that was our show every night. We used to watch every episode.
I'd race home.
Oh, yeah, me too.
I worked in Castle Rock at the time, right towards the last couple seasons. Actually, no, Lakewood.
Yeah.
And I'd haul ass home to Parker.
The one that got me was the rye bread, when he takes it from the old lady.
That was a good one.
Give me the old bag!
The look on his face when he's running off. Oh, my gosh.
It's carrying like a football.
I laughed so hard.
How did they get the rye bread up to the apartment?
The fishing pole.
Fishing pole, yeah.
Oh, that's right. That
They
rye.
just stole the bread?
What did George eat out of the trash can?
Oh. It was a chocolate truffle, wasn't it?
Eclair.
Eclair.
And why would the store not take his book back?
It was flagged.
It was flagged. It was in the restroom.
Oh man.
He used it he read it in the restroom.
What do old people always steal?
Anything, I guess, right?
Batteries.
That was batteries? Okay. Yeah.
Batteries?
You just say, I'm old.
I remember the mom saying,
I'm old, I'm confused, I don't remember. Where am I?
Oh my gosh.
That is funny. If you're old enough, you really could get away with that.
I'm going to try it.
Who am I? Where am I?
That's great, man. What was Kramer's friend that he hit in the head with the snowball? What was his name?
Newman.
No.
Looked like Newman, kind of.
He was a fatty guy.
Yeah. And he wanted him to take his wish back. Remember that?
That's right.
Oh, that was on the reverse episode, where they flew to India.
That's right.
A reverse episode.
I can't think of his name. I can picture him now perfectly.
FDR.
What was the thing where they all went to California?
That's when Kramer
not
left.
all of them.
That was like season 3
Kramer, then George and Jerry went there.
Why did Kramer leave for California?
Because of the keys.
To be an actor. All the keys, yeah. He wanted to be an actor too.
What the what?
What did the lady say? The woman, the old lady that lived next to him in California.
Stooges.
She's talking about the Stooges, and she was in a particular episode when she was younger.
Yeah.
Was it a Curly or was it a Shemp?
This report is sponsored by
I'm going to say a Shemp.
And what happened in that episode?
I remember we talked about this. I don't remember.
They hit him with an axe and killed him, and then they got sent to prison and executed, right? Is that right?
And what does Kramer say?
Ooh, I don't remember that one.
I don't remember that one. God, that was so funny.
They were genius funny.
Genius, you're absolutely right.
Michael Richards was genius, I thought.
But well, actually though, it's what you wrote was the genius.
Yeah, but Richards is so
Larry
funny.
David, most of it came from his.
Well, when you say
what is that called? Not a prop comic, but someone that's like Kramer. You know, he's falling and
performance.
A performance, yeah.
The last 3 or 4 seasons, Larry David was not on.
No, Seinfeld.
And they call it physical comedy.
Physical, that's what I was thinking. You know the one I've never seen, and one of these days I want to see him is Carrot Top.
Carrot Top, really?
Yeah, I've never seen a true prop comic.
He's crazy.
He got like big.
Who was the guy that would like hit stuff with hammers, like fruit and stuff? Is he still around?
He wore that like beret and stuff. He had long hair.
Has anybody ever seen him? He was big for a while.
But it was just kind of silly. I mean, he did all, and people would, right on the floor, they'd wear these big plastic.
Because he'd get watermelon.
Like hit a watermelon, yeah.
Gallagher,
that's it.
Gallagher. I bet he's dead. He's old.
I just seen Ben Nighthorse Campbell still alive, 86. He's 86.
I did not like, well, I won't say I hated it, but we saw, oh man, it's a huge, magician out there now. He kind of floats up. Chris Angel. I was not that impressed by his show.
Why?
I don't know.
He's fucking amazing. But now he's really not cool anymore. The people make fun of him.
I just didn't find the show that great.
Did he do amazing things or not?
Yeah, but they were so outrageous. Yeah, I mean, you just knew they were fake. You're not even like, I don't know.
Like when the half person runs around.
Made an elephant disappear?
No, he levitates, he floats, and, you know, he does, I don't know. And I could tell, I'll tell you what it is. The guy does what, 5 shows a week for the past, 10 years? You can just tell it's the same thing every night. It's like a guy, you know, being a secretary or doing whatever. It's just, you can tell he's just not there, yeah. We saw Toby Keith one time towards the end of a tour. He was the same way, man. You could tell he was going through the motions. That energy wasn't there and that stuff.
Hey, what's happening? Can you guys get done? You got 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Hey, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. This hour brought to you by ApprovalReverse.com. That's a reverse loan company that we endorse because they tell you the truth about reverse loans. Reverse loans are good. They're good tools when you're a senior, 62 or older. The older, the better, by the way, and the more equity, the better. But people have found it to be, cool. The line of credit for emergencies. But please, ApprovalReverse.com is the company that we endorse. Don't just go to anyone. Those are really highly specialized mortgages. 303-771 3528. 771-3528. Now, Cal Mini, I'm going to bring that up again because I want to go to war with Cal Mini. We call that going to war when we ask our listeners to react. Here's why. Many times people hear about a problem, they go, ho, sure, yeah, who cares? We call a company and say, Cal Mini, you took, $1,200 from this guy in Denver. You drafted his bank account, an ACH. He got nothing in return. You promised a refund several times and never did it. And we call them and they say, okay, yeah, we'll look into it. And they won't. And this is why. They don't really believe people are going to find out about it. Now, in these days of computer reviews, if there are enough reviews, you see a company maybe change a name or something. But what we love is getting immediate reaction. So we call it going to war. Cal Mini needs to be told that there are real people concerned that they are ripping people off. Now, Cal Mini sells parts to cars, basically, lift kits, and they sell them around the country.
It sounds like they just collect money and don't do anything.
Right. They have bad ratings. So we have to let people know, not just a rating. You call them and say, we heard about you on a Consumer Advocates show, Tom Martino. And in fact, here's his number, 303-MARTINO. And he's telling everyone to avoid Cal Mini. And we want to know, where's Alan's money? Are you going to refund it? Because we're going to let everyone we know that you're a cheat. If you say that enough, I think we might get Alan's money back. So please do it. 661-398-9500. 661-398-9500. Okay, I'm going to go back once again to a concerned woman who says a distant relative is neglecting her children. So far we heard about bad grades, getting in fights, stuff like that, which doesn't rise to the level of neglect. But then in the last hour she said something about emotional abuse. Now again, emotional abuse, for it to be acted on, has to endanger the child. It has to be bad. Julie, what evidence of emotional abuse? Because I know you guys are trying to find something to get this girl out of her mom's house, and it's not going to be easy. But now, since we don't have physical abuse, and since we don't have physical neglect, tell me about this emotional abuse. You said the son suffered emotional abuse. Do you assume the daughter did as well?
Well, from various things that they have...
Okay, tell me, let's get right to it. What's the abuse?
Well, I can't... the counselor is saying it's the worst case of emotional abuse, obviously by what she has been told by this child. We don't know... I don't know specifically...
Okay, then your sister or cousin or whatever has to go to the courts and make a motion for custody and use this as evidence. And then you get the child people in there to testify. You have to. Okay. I mean, but when emotional abuse is very overused. I mean, emotional abuse is not, you stupid idiot. Emotional abuse is like really serious stuff. So I'm not trying to discourage you. I'm just telling you, don't waste your time and money because it's expensive. You have to appeal to the courts for custody to terminate her parental rights. Now, there's two steps. Termination of parental rights don't always mean that girl's going to go with your cousin.
Right.
That girl may end up in the system with foster care.
Right.
And how old is the girl now? 12 or 11 still?
She'll be 12.
All right. So, but you should have you can't go fishing for emotional abuse. You can't say, we think she's being emotionally abused. I want to put in a motion and have some kind of discovery. You have to have, I mean, in fact, the psychologist should report it. So that tells me it's not emotional abuse. It tells me...
They have reported it.
So the psychologist reported emotional abuse to social services.
when the mother was incarcerated, when she had her hearing, her final hearing for sentencing, that was entered into the court record. That was part of the reason why she didn't get off, that she had to go into this program.
For what?
It's like it's a jail, but it's a rehab program in jail.
But it has nothing to do with the children. Where was the emotional abuse brought up of the children?
Well, they pled with the DA to put her in jail, not to just release her on her own recognizance because it was a first offense. The family.
That has not. Where does the emotional abuse come into the record?
The counselor said that she'd been seeing the child and that they really felt that she needed to go through this program because there was emotional abuse prior to this, and they believed that the drug abuse was one of the reasons.
And this was on the record. This was on the record.
I'm 99%.
Okay, good. Then get the court transcript and you use that as evidence for your hearing. And you have to get a family law attorney to file a motion. Now you're asking for termination of her parental rights, and then this woman who had custody before, or temporary custody, wants custody again. You have a long battle, Julie. You know, termination of parental rights is very, very, very difficult. But if you say there's emotional abuse, you have to prove it, not just say it. Ray, what's happening with you, Ray?
I was listening to the Saturday morning show around the house.
Yes.
And a caller called in and said he had purchased insurance for sewer problems.
It's a waste of time.
Now, I'm not talking about the sewer problems that they say you have on your insurance policy.
You're not talking about the water backup. You're talking about a policy which covers the service line in the event that it fails.
Exactly.
Yeah, and they are so full of exclusions, and it's just...
You know, Compass said they had one that actually did cover some stuff, but I've never looked into it.
Now, if Compass says they have one that works, I would do it. I would not do these blind letters that call you or phone calls that say we can, for just pennies a day, protect your sewer line.
Yeah.
Well,
this guy said it was like a $500 deductible, and it only costs like $50 a year.
It could be like dental insurance, too, though. You got to wait a year. I mean, you've got to go through a lot of things.
Ray, listen. Yeah. Theoretically, there's nothing wrong with insurance that would replace your sewer line if you ever have to. The chances of replacing a sewer line are nil, unless you have an older home. But you better watch out, because most of these policies will exclude pre-existing conditions.
Yeah.
You think a tree root would be pre-existing?
Yes, of course it would.
Yep.
Mine is fine. I do live, in a 60-year-old house.
Okay, and it has the old clay pipe?
I keep hearing you guys talk about thousands of dollars to get a sewer line.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't do that. I'm on Social Security.
Okay, but listen, Ray, just make sure if you do get insurance, it'll cover what you want it to cover. Because pre-existing conditions is almost every single reason sewers fail. There aren't many that fail because somebody had heavy equipment that crushed it, or the earth, and sometimes earth movement doesn't count unless something caused it. So what I would do, Ray, is I would call Compass Insurance Group. That's what I would do. I would not trust it unless it came from Compass Insurance Group.
So I'm going to take those electronics down and dump them.
Cool.
If that's okay. If I can get an elevator. I stood there for 5 minutes trying to get it.
So did he. I got one like this morning.
Oh my God. Well, it's when the construction workers. I'm good. How are you?
Good. Yeah. When I got here, I was here on time and I waited. I think something's wrong with this elevator.
If you get into the weird one that's all phoned up.
He's not syndicated by that.
No, I didn't say that. I know that's what it's going to be. There's no doubt in my mind.
I didn't recognize anything. I'm like,
because of the wall.
I'm on the wrong.
If you end up in the one they only use for construction somehow, like I did yesterday, it's in a weird mode. You got to hold like number one for like 2-3 seconds.
Chuck Woolery here for Blue.
Do you still want me to go talk?
Will Goodwill take them or anything? Or
what do you mean?
Those like monitors and
find out what they're actually doing.
Yeah. And you know,
she's going to toss them, right?
Yeah.
You're going to normally have to pay for tossing them.
Now they're going to handle it here because of
Plumbline Services for plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. We just heard this guy concerned about his drain line. Do you know that Plumbline is one of the only companies that has its own drain division? They really own it. They don't subcontract it. And here's what else they have. They have an offer of $93 or free to clear any drain. And if it is free, because they can't clear it, they will give you an exact diagnosis. And if you have the work done, you will never have it done cheaper or better. And when I say that, for the same exact work, because they have their own drain division, they're not subbing it out. And they know how to do things like pipe bursting, where they can replace sewer lines without digging up the whole thing. And there are some other technologies as well. PlumbLineServices.com. 303-586-1086. 303-586-1086.
Did you know people mistakenly believe June was very grateful, and so when she does get the checks and we have her back on, she said, you guys, Dave Ramsey hasn't done squat, you guys have done everything. And she said, I am so grateful.
Revitalized, right?
Did she get her check though?
No. No, and the thing about it is that senior vice president that we have, that he gave her a bogus phone number. It's like, really?
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Revitalized Health. Revitalized Health. That's a clinic of 3 brothers. They started a clinic to dispense hormones, to optimize hormones. They do the BioT method. They also do thread lifts for just a few $100s. Now, thread lifts give you an immediate improvement by lifting certain parts of the face. And then with these threads in place, it stimulates your collagen. And what happens is you get permanent kind of improvement until the collagen goes away again, of course. But that's a natural process anyway. Revitalize Health, I call them the Hormone Bros. And you can find them at 470 in Ken Carroll. And another new location, Alameda and Federal. TheHormoneBros.com. Find out more online. TheHormoneBros.com.
You're dating or looking for a job, wanting to feel younger. For guys, it's really important to have the best head of hair you can. Now, for lots of guys, including me, the issue was losing hair toward the front or top of the hair, or feeling funny on the back and sides. And that's where Dr. Broadway and the Neograft hair restoration procedure.
I do not feel like driving that freaking bus up to Sheridan tomorrow.
Why do you have to take a bus?
No, it's my RV. I gotta. Here's how frustrating it is. It's got a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on the engine and the chassis and the transmission, the powertrain. The closest place I can bring it to for that work is Fort Collins.
Oh, jeez.
It will cost me less money to pay for the little thing it needs than to just drive it gasoline only. Forget about my time to Fort Collins and back.
Hey, I'm going to Fort Collins today.
Are you really?
That's where I'm going. I told you that.
That's where you got to go for that. There's not a place here.
There is, but
for what?
For what? My son's interlock system. He's out of state, and they wouldn't do it.
You realize he got a DUI and he literally wasn't drinking? Honest to God.
Not a DUI.
Or
refusal.
Even better yet, no conviction on a DWI or DUI or anything. All those charges gone. But because he didn't blow, they suspended him. And they did a roadside on the kid, and he had nothing. Or what was it?
0.01. Not the roadside.
Now he has an interlock.
Till October.
And he wasn't. My whole point was here. It wasn't like he refused because he was drinking.
Why did he?
Well, at the site, they said, and he had like a beer in the last 4 hours. He said the cop told him, he says, "Okay, if you blow a 0, we'll let you go."
And he blew the absolute lowest you could blow.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Frank Duran, the real estate man, with us, talking about real estate. What's the biggest mistake people make when they list a home, Frank?
I would say overpricing, number 1. And I'd say number 2, too much clutter. Have the place ready to show. And thirdly, don't be there during the showings.
Oh. Why don't you want them there during the showing?
It makes buyers uncomfortable. You know, we've taken enough buyers in where we get out on the porch and they say, that was really awkward, having the seller there.
Gotcha.
Because they can't discuss it, or they feel like they can't.
Exactly.
Larry's got a follow-up on something. Go ahead, Larry. What's happening?
Well, good morning. Hi, I had a problem. I went to Denver to stay overnight in the hotel. I had booked the plane, and I scheduled a 3 o'clock wake-up call with the hotel. Of course, you had to sign it where you and fill in the information when I registered. And 3 o'clock went by. I never received a wake-up call. I missed my plane. And I ended up having to go to Chicago, driving to Chicago.
Oh, my goodness.
What hotel was it?
It was a micro hotel by Wyndham.
Here's the age-old question, Larry. When somebody misses a responsibility of a delivery, a wake-up call, an Uber,
a reservation,
or whatever, what financial responsibility do they have? The rule usually is they can't be held to an unreal standard. Okay, let's say missing this flight cost you $1 million. Could you sue the hotel for $1 million because they didn't do the wake-up call? Yeah, you could. Do you think you would win?
No.
I mean, you might. I mean, I'd never heard of such a thing. They're called subsequential or consequential damages, and I'll bet you, I don't know. I mean, I'll bet you're not the first one to wonder this.
His is interesting because he said he actually filled out paperwork for it. Usually, I think you would just call the front desk and say, I want a wake-up call. But why not bring your own? How about your phone? Set your own alarm, just out of curiosity, man.
No, I agree.
Did they acknowledge they missed it, or did they say?
Actually, what happened is when I got up at 5:30, my plane was leaving at 6. I walked down to the front desk and I asked the gal, I says, what happened to my wake-up call? And she looked at me like a deer looking at headlights and said, I am so sorry. That was her answer.
I'd argue it is a form of a breach of a contract.
Well, I also, I took a photo.
I'll bet you can't. There's no compensation. There's no agreement to terms. You can't prove it. I'll guarantee.
You said the same thing about the restaurant. I don't want to bring the name up.
The restaurant did that because you're a pain in the ass. They didn't do it because they.
That's possible.
No, they absolutely did. Never, ever, ever did they concede that a reservation is a contract. Nor does the law concede that. Nor can you find one precedent that says a restaurant reservation is a contract.
And you don't think a wake-up call is either?
No, I don't, because you have to have elements of a contract. You have to have offer, acceptance, you have to have compensation, and you have to have losses. I mean,
he paid this guy for the service at the hotel. He filled out a card.
No, it was a complimentary service.
Well,
I mean, here's the deal. Did he pay extra for that? And do people get a discount if they don't have a
Did they at least comp your room, Larry?
Well, this is what happened. Now, I went and I took a photo because she had walked away, and there was a schedule for room numbers to be picked up by their shuttle. And the advantage of being at the hotel was that I could leave my car there and they would bring me to the airport and bring me back. So I took a picture of the thing. She didn't know I did that. So when I got home, I called and I asked for a copy of my registration. And they emailed it to me, and they had whited out the time for the wake-up call. Actually, I have emailed that to you. I emailed all the information to you on the 6th, and I just did it here while I was waiting to get online with you.
But you had a picture of it.
Yep. I've emailed it to your email, Help Troubleshooter, and I just sent it again here, not within the last 5 minutes.
By the way, I'm not telling you can't sue or they're not liable, but everywhere this question has been asked 1,000,000 times. I'm trying to find answers as to what other ones have done. I mean, it could get pretty serious.
His seems so unique because he fills out paperwork.
Okay, one woman. Oh no, that's different. There have been lawsuits. I don't have time to look up the precedents, but there have been lawsuits. So.
Well, the other thing is that they were supposed to credit my parking, and I pulled up my bank account, and they did not.
Now, that's pretty stupid. You'd think they'd at least try to appease you, you know?
They haven't done that yet either. But I haven't contacted them. I wanted to see what your thoughts were.
Okay, my thoughts are, that it depends. It depends, really. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's a good question. It is a good question, and what we ought to do is research it rather than try to come up with an answer quickly.
Right.
So I'm looking online here. Plenty of people have sued over it, but I can't see of anyone who's been granted any damages. I don't. Let's see. It's just people saying don't ever depend on them. But in any case, I just don't even understand why you would depend on that in today's age, especially with cell phones. 303-713-8255. I don't know. Larry, make sure we have your information, and let's research this.
How about if you got bed bugs at a hotel? You think you'd have a case there?
I don't know. Again, I mean, they have to be liable for something, right? They have to be. Alex, what's going on with you, Alex?
Hello, guys.
What's happening?
Oh, you can't believe it. Think about it. I go to the dealership, the biggest dealership after National, and take brand new car, Sienna. After 5,000 miles, I change rotation, and again 2,000 more, and my 4 tires ball.
What kind of vehicle is it?
Sienna, Toyota Sienna.
So you buy a Sienna, 5,000 miles later or 7,000, the tires are bald. Is that the problem?
Yes.
Just the front tires, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they wear tires quick. So what's the problem, though? They're not warranted. The tires generally are not.
Exactly. I talked with this dealer, and he told me, and you drive like this, road is bad, you drive too much.
Yeah, well, I don't know about driving too much. Let me ask you this, though. What kind of tires are they? Are they Goodyear, Firestone, Michelin? What are they?
Firestone.
Well, why don't you bring them? I bet if you brought that vehicle to a Firestone store and explained there's only 7,000 miles on them, I mean, there's still air in them, right? You didn't hit a curb or anything like that. It's not a road hazard.
It's perfect.
They're just bald.
Exactly.
They might prorate them for you and give you a discount on some new ones. But generally, original equipment tires, no matter who the manufacturer is, are not covered under a mileage warranty.
But you see what happened? It's something wrong with car, not with tires.
Well, what do you mean? Are they worn evenly or just worn on one side, inside, the outside?
4 tires inside. I'm talking about dealer just check it up, and he tell me alignment not good.
Okay, that's possible. The alignment's not good.
Exactly. But
did they ever align it, or they didn't because it was brand new, right?
Exactly.
So
just 7,000 miles for a car.
Did you have the alignment done?
Yes.
When did you? Hold on. When did you have the alignment done? After the problem, right?
Exactly. But I say this tire now it's go to the garbage.
Yes, I understand that. Did you buy new tires yet?
Yes, of course I need
when
to buy
the dealer
new tires.
When the dealer did the alignment, was the alignment way off?
Yes.
Okay.
Alignment, it's terrible, and he put for me new tires, but I need to pay for brand new tires.
How much did you pay for them?
Something $900.
So listen, Tom, here's what happens. This woman buys a new vehicle. 7,000 miles later, all 4 tires apparently are worn on the inside, and they're trashed, and the alignment was way off. Of course, she's saying she never hit anything or anything like that.
Is it a new car?
Brand new car. Brand new.
Are they willing to do anything?
Nope, they charged her $900 for the new tires.
Yes, they just push me away, say, go to Firestone, go to dealer.
Yeah, but I understand that if they were bald evenly.
What kind of
Toyota
car?
Sienna.
Yeah, this was clearly an alignment problem, and you
like from the factory, unless they're arguing she hit something or hit a curb, you know, something you can't see.
If I'm hit, okay, one side, it's okay, but not 4 tires.
Well, yeah, but you could, if you knock the alignment out, it can affect everything. I mean.
But I tell you, nothing scratch on.
Do you still have the tires, or they threw them out?
Yes, I got it.
Oh, you have the tires, the bad tires.
Yes, I grab it, and they say I wanted to have.
How much? I would do a small claims court for this one.
Well, what dealership is it?
Oh, this is International.
Who?
They push me away.
AutoNation. We have an angel over there. Suzanne, let's email.
Yeah, this isn't right.
I mean, not 7,000 miles in all of them, and they acknowledge, because they did the alignment, right? They did it.
As they did it.
Did they charge you for the alignment?
No, they're not charged.
Something's not right.
It's
If that,
supposed to have-
I'm not blaming AutoNation.
They're
but
saying
the manufacturer.
here's what they're saying: tires are not part of the warranty. They're a wearable item. She should have noticed it or whatever.
But
And
it's problem not from tires. It's problem from.
She's right, though,
alignment.
that why the tires are no good, apparently, is because the alignment was out from the factory.
no, I agree. But I'm saying but what they're saying to her is we don't cover tires.
Yeah,
but
they're
in this
hanging their
case, they should. If everything you're telling me is true, unless there's a question about the alignment. Like, for example, you went over a pothole or something. I don't know what caused the alignment to be out. And I've never heard of the alignment being out on the front and rear equally, perfectly. I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Do us a favor. Send us pictures.
You might be driving on the inside of your tires.
Send us pictures of
I'm
the
just
tires,
kidding.
and then send us the invoice.
I make visit to different shop who sell the tires, who do it wheel alignment, and they tell me the same. Problem come from wheel alignment.
Yeah, we understand that.
Okay.
Send us the invoice.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. We have more coming right up.
You would say you should have noticed it.
I don't know what's wrong with me today.
Are you on any meds?
Thoughts on you?
Nothing new.
We've got Simply Floors Short coming up.
If I put my dog on what are those meds? Like a steroid?
Maybe more coffee.
Man, they piss every freaking. Oh, it's horrible.
I've been fucking tired lately. I will tell you this. I've been more tired this past week than I've ever been, and I don't know what it is. I think I'm getting something. That's all. That's all I can think of.
You're not a shucks darn kind of guy, are you?
Oh, what did I say? I'm sorry.
Nothing I've heard before, Tommy.
I am so.
Now, have you heard any cuss words out of me?
No.
I've been tired.
Guys, I grew up with my mom. My mom invented cuss words, man.
What do they say, a sailor?
I'll bet you my dad could have been her beer.
Yeah, man.
Is closer than you think. Find one near you.
SimplyFloorsInc.com. This is a company where you'll get the same floor coverings as all of the big box stores, but you will save money. 20%, all the way up to 50% depending on the floor covering, and you can do the shopping from the comfort of your home. It's a system I've used, Mark and Suzanne have used, and you should too. You make your own appointment. SimplyFloorsInc.com. They're at 52nd and Ward, southwest corner, but you can have them at your home. SimplyFloorsInc.com.
Talk about cuss words. One time, Mark, my mom told me to be home by a certain time, and I went to the arcade. I lost track of time, and I was playing, I don't remember, Donkey Kong or something, and I looked up for a second.
Love Donkey Kong.
And I took a double look, and she was standing there with curlers in her hair, really mad at me. She had to be somewhere. Oh man, I got it the whole way home, man. It's a memory I'll never forget.
Did you ever...
You know, people are just looking for ways to squirrel away money. And one of the ways I have found, in addition to normal qualified plans, is this thing called Become the Banker. You may have heard of it. Listen, there's nothing hocus pocus about it. It's a life insurance policy. And you overfund it on purpose because the government says if you do, that money grows tax-free. It's that simple. They want to encourage people to have insurance, but they also encourage people to have tax-free savings that they can borrow against for the rest of their lives, including during retirement. It's a cool plan. 303-779-6600. Or watch my video about it. BecomeTheBanker.info.
Have to talk about it. Nope, I don't want to. We have to.
Did you like Donkey Kong?
Love it. That was my favorite.
I still, I'll go down right off of Arapahoe now. There's a place called the One Up, and they have all the old games in there, man. Oh, all of them.
I love it.
Donkey Kong was probably my favorite.
Mark, have you Googled, can I sue for a wake-up call? Because we're getting a lot of...
I still argue the same thing with the reservation. you can sue. We both know you can sue for everything. What we're both saying is we'd like to find some precedent on either of them.
He should at least get his
Well,
room.
look up this. Look up this one.
Parking.
There's all kinds of lawsuits, but they don't really talk about it. It says, are they liable, and then it doesn't go anywhere.
This one's so interesting because he filled in a wake-up call.
Lawyer, wake-up calls are a courtesy, not a requirement, not a contract. It is each guest's responsibility to make sure they set an alarm, blah, blah, blah. While a hotel tries to accommodate, it is not a contract. This is an attorney. And it says...
Yeah, but each case is going to be different.
The good news is often if you file a complaint,
they'll handle it.
They'll do something. This guy is a lawyer for...
a hotel chain.
No. So, I mean, that's what this guy says.
560 South LePan Street, Denver, just south of Alameda on LePan. Look for the giant orange and blue building. We will still have Denver's best deals on kitchen and bathroom cabinets, granite too, but now we offer installation as well. Now we can help you design and install your new cabinet.
Frank, I bet I can tell you where you got that suit jacket.
Okay.
That's incredible. I'm pretty good at it. I'm not perfect.
Gentleman's Warehouse.
I'll bet you lunch.
Men's Warehouse. That'd be lunch, man.
All right. You got that jacket on your shoulders.
I got it on my shoulders. See, you lost, Frank. Nice,
he got it on his body, not just his shoulders. He got it on his whole body.
No, I got it. It's on his shoulders.
To be honest, I don't even know my wife bought it. So
the best answer would be, it's not my jacket.
It's not my jacket.
It's my brother's jacket.
Care is the go-to place where you get roadside assistance and you get a
How's this month going? A lot of
13 in 2 weeks, you said.
Yeah, we put 13 listings. That doesn't include buyers. We put a lot of buyers on the contract too.
I'm shocked there's so many listings.
Well, that really. But what is out there in the Denver metro area, and then what is like 1,200 or 12,000? Is that what it is?
We got 2 or 3 in our neighborhood, Tom, that have been. They've been up for 6 months.
13,078 total.
And I just wonder if they're kind of like that one neighborhood you found. People are just listing them at such a just craziness. I can't figure out why they're up so long.
Residential like 7,000.
Hi, Tom Martino. Don't forget Cal Mini, the company that took money and sent nothing in return. And they're sloughing it off like it means nothing. And it's up to us to let them know that they've been heard and that you're going to tell everyone about them, because this is what we have to do to make big companies realize that they're not invincible. They don't get to cheat people. Cal Mini, they do lift kits for cars. This guy spent $1,200 and got nothing. Please call him and tell him you heard about him on the Martino Show, and that tell them our phone number, 303-MARTINO, and you tell them that we have a large audience and that we're telling everyone not to use Cal Mini, and that you're going to tell everyone not to use them unless this guy gets his money back. And it's Alan. He didn't get his money back. Their number, 661-398-9500. 661-398-9500. Dave, what's happening with you, Dave? Welcome.
Hey, good morning, Tom.
What's going on, man?
Hey, last week I rented a car in Florida, and I took it back last Wednesday afternoon, dropped it off at 5:15, went in and gave the keys to the Hertz guy at the counter, and said the car was parked outside, and he said, that's fine, I'll take care of it. Before I go any further, this was an off-site car rental.
Yeah, you have to. I hope you got a receipt.
Well, I didn't, and so the car was towed at 10:30, and they're telling me that that's my problem. What do you think?
Well, where was it parked?
It was parked out in front of the parking lot, in front of the hotel.
Okay, was it in a parking lot?
Well, it was in the hotel parking lot.
In the hotel parking lot. Where was the Hertz place?
Inside the hotel.
Oh, where do you normally return them? At that place? Where would you where's the normal place to return those Hertz cars at that hotel?
Well, I don't know. And
well, there must be a place, right? There must be, or it's not allowed. I mean, is it a drop-off point to begin with?
Well, that's where I rented it, so that's where I dropped it off.
Okay. When you rented it, where did you go to pick up the car?
At the Ramada, at the hotel.
Where was it? In a specific area of the hotel? Were there a lot of the cars lined up? What was it?
Well, I don't know where the car was. When I got the key, he said, I'll bring the car up front.
Okay. I see.
So I picked the car up front.
Yes.
And so I just dropped it off up
Well,
front.
okay, but here's what I think. It could go either way. But you're going to have a weak case because you don't have proof you dropped it off without a receipt. You see, when I pull up at an off-site rental or I pull up to the airport, they come up and scan and they give me a receipt on the spot.
Yep.
And without that, I'm not saying they're not responsible. If that guy said we'll take care of it, he did take responsibility. But are they going to? They're not going to admit it. If they admit it, then you have no problem. Did they admit it?
No. But I dropped the key off at 5:15. The car wasn't towed until 10:30.
I know. We still have the same problem.
Okay.
Will he say, I neglected to pick it up, it's my fault?
No, they're not saying that at all.
What are they saying? What are they saying? I'd like to know what they're saying. Are they saying you didn't drop it off? What are they saying?
Well, they're not really telling me anything. When I said there was a black guy and a white guy, who was it? And I said it was the white guy. I handed him the keys.
You don't even have a name.
I don't even have a name. No.
Man, you have a problem, Dave. How much is this costing you?
I have no idea. The car's impounded.
Are they going to go get it?
Well, they keep calling me saying, hey, when are you going to return the car?
Oh, my God. How long ago was this?
Well, it happened last Wednesday, so...
Yo, you have a major problem, Dave. You have a major problem. But they have to kind of mitigate. Did you tell them where it is?
I told him it was right out front. And
No,
he said, okay,
no, what I meant was, how do you know it's towed? How do you know it's impounded? How do you know?
Well, because I called... I finally called 2 days later and said, what's the deal? I dropped the car off.
Okay. Who did you call?
I called...
Dave, I just want to know how the hell you know it was towed and impounded. Just tell me. How? How do you know? Did Hertz tell you that?
Hertz told me that.
Okay. Is Hertz going to go pick it up?
No.
Why?
Because they say it's my responsibility.
Okay. Have somebody go pick it up and pay the bill and put it back, or you're going to have one hell of a problem.
The bill's just going to keep getting bigger, man.
Do you have someone that can go there and pick up the car and return it?
I was there yesterday. I've left town now.
No, not you. Is there someone you know that can do that for you?
No.
I'm sure there's towing companies that can figure this out
No,
for 'em.
where are you?
I'm in Colorado now.
Where is this?
In Tampa, Florida.
Okay, listen. Why won't Hertz go and pick it up if you paid for it? Would they?
I don't know. I'm telling them I don't think I should be charged for picking it up because it's not on my dime.
I think it is on his dime.
I think it is because you can't prove you dropped it off, Dave. Here's the thing. I think you're going to lose, Dave.
Man, you could have handed those keys to someone that didn't even work for him.
They don't have any proof that you dropped it off. I would have said, man, come on outside with me. Come get the car. Give me a receipt. But, Dave, I know what you did, and I believe you. But it's not the substance here. It's the form. You can't prove it.
Did you ask the hotel if they have any video cameras in the parking lot?
That doesn't show anything. It shows that he walked in the hotel and never came back.
No, I'm saying if he handed the keys to someone on camera.
Oh.
No, I don't know if they had a camera inside or not.
Look at man.
Okay, so you think I'm responsible for
right now? You can fight about it after, but right now you have to stop the meter. You're also going to be socked with loss of use. You know that, right?
Yeah. Well.
How much did they say the bill is right now?
They're not giving me any totals what the bill is. They just say when are you going to return the car?
No.
Man, did you learn a lesson.
The impound lot. How much do they say you owe total right now?
I have no idea.
Okay, well, you better start doing something, or you just forget about it, and they're going to sue you for the car. And you're going to lose.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You just wait it out.
Yep. And just, you know, or you tell them to pick it up, but you don't, look, they have a certain responsibility to mitigate their damages, but they have a contract with you. You don't have anything on them, nothing to prove what you're saying. Even if you're telling the truth, they're saying, look, it was towed.
Here's the other thing, man. Imagine when they get that thing back, if there's scratches and dents and other things.
Or anything missing.
Okay.
I would talk to my insurance company to see if anything's covered.
Okay.
I would do that, but you need to get someone to get the car. You need to get someone to pay the bill. Someone you trust, because that person can steal the car that you send over. I mean, you can't just call anyone. You have to do something with someone you know.
He's not even going to have the keys to this. You're going to have to get the keys. What are you going to do about the keys?
Right.
Because they're saying they don't even have the keys, right?
They don't have the keys. I don't have the keys. Hertz has the keys.
That's what I mean. Well, you're going to have to retrieve the keys from Hertz. Another set of keys. They're not going to acknowledge they have the first set. So you call someone, they go to Hertz, pick up a second set of keys, or you go down and take care of this. Dave, I know you don't want to hear this, but man, you couldn't have done it more wrong. You really couldn't have. You couldn't have done it more wrong. Somebody's got a comment for you. Mike, what is your comment?
Does the tow company acknowledge that they picked it up at that hotel? Isn't that evidence that he dropped it off?
Yes, it's evidence that it was parked there. It's not evidence he dropped it off. He could have gone to have a drink and forgot about it. If there's no evidence that he ended his contract, he doesn't even have a receipt or an end date on his contract. I would have had my contract initialed or signed or a receipt. I would have had it totaled up, and he didn't even have it totaled up. Did they total up your contract, Dave? Hold on, I'm sorry. Did they total up your contract, Dave?
No.
Okay, so you don't even have the end on your contract. Steve, what's your comment?
You know, Tom, I've heard you nearly have a stroke on the radio before, and I have to tell you, man, you're going above and beyond. God bless this Dave guy, but are there people like him actually walking?
Yes, there are, and he expects us to have an answer for him. I get what you mean,
God,
Steve.
I'm sitting here. This is one of the most stupid calls I have ever heard on your show.
Well, I got to take this break.
This report is sponsored by Blue Emu.
Traveling out west along 285, watch out for a serious crash near the ferry. To watch out for. The rest of the drive in normal shape. I-25 slow downtown from Alameda traveling up to Colfax. The weather forecast. Well, going to be mostly sunny with a 30% chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms. A high. Mostly cloudy and 78. With your traffic and weather. 6:30.
Chuck Woolery here for Blue Emu. Did you know that most pain relieving products use menthol, which irritates the skin? I mean, pain is irritating enough, right? Blue Emu pain relief products are odor-free and irritate.
3 seconds.
Works fast and you won't stink.
Quiet Cool of Colorado. It's QC Quiet Cool. QCColorado.com. I am having the whole house fan put in my house today. I can't wait. This is something that, by my research, shows the quickest payback and the most benefits to a home's energy bills when it comes to cooling your home and when it comes to making your home more comfortable. You can't do better. You can let it get as hot as you want. You don't have to run the air conditioner to keep it cool. Then you just do a quick air exchange, and then it'll cool down in just minutes. And then what you can do is run your air conditioner less. It works with your air conditioner, not instead of, but sometimes you can use it instead of, depending on the season. 720-398-4600.
4510. I urge you to look into these, and especially Quiet Cool. It's the best on the market, no wiring needed, all remote control, wireless. 720-398-4510, QCColorado.com.
At Walgreens, we know that your day doesn't stop for diabetes.
Somebody made a point that the tow company probably wouldn't release the car to the guy because he's not the owner.
If he shows his contract, they will.
They would.
If he shows a rental contract.
Okay.
He's got a major problem, man.
He hung up.
Tools to help you stay on track, like our 5-star mobile app with pill reminder.
It's too
At
bad.
Walgreens, we are your diabetes go-to. Stop by and talk to your pharmacist today. Walgreens, trust.
You hear me talk about Fix It 24/7. George is the owner. I've told you about George. I knew him when he was an electrician working years ago, and then took over the company, and then just grew, and then decided, you know what, I want to do this again. And he came to Colorado and bought Fix It 24/7 and turned that company around. It's such a wonderful company with people that go the extra mile, and they have a great way of doing business. The $39 people, $39 to find any problem with plumbing, heating, cooling, and electric. Any problem. That's right, $39, never more. When they find the problem, they present you with a fix that's of great value, and you'll never get better work, more dedicated work, and better services. And when you do, they credit you the $39. But there's no obligation, just $39 to find any problem. Plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, or drains. That's fixmyhome.com. Fix it 24/7, 720-526-3939.
Tom, how many days a week do you work out?
How much time do I have? 3 to 4.
3 to 4.
Yeah, 3 to 4, never less than 3.
Hi Frank.
Hey, Stan, good to see you.
Good to see you. Don't dispute that charge or anything. I got with AXS. They said there was a problem with processing the tickets, and they should be in his account in the next 2 hours. So it's.
Oh, cool.
I was just like totally.
When is it?
It's in August, but
Oh.
what I did was I said to Miles, "You owe me for those tickets."
And he's like, what tickets?
No, and then so I logged on to his AXS account to figure out how much exactly, and they weren't there. And I said, I could have sworn I bought them. And then he sends me the confirmation. I'm like, yeah. Okay, so for concert tickets.
I wish my new battery-powered power tools would show up.
Listen to him. Needs his battery-powered leaf blower.
My hedge trimmer. No, the hedge trimmer and the... I want this long extension chainsaw.
Hey, it's Ross Kaminsky for American Financing.
I'm going to miss you guys, darn it, on Saturday.
This is the second year.
We're in Vail. We're in Aspen. Where are we going?
That's awesome that you get to do that. That's cool.
The burger battle.
We're going to the Rocky Mountain Burger Battle.
We missed last year. I think we were in Vegas.
Yeah, so I'm obsessed with
You know what it
burgers.
is? Are you really?
Yeah.
She is.
Is it like a contest or something?
For the restaurants. So these aren't regular burgers. They're generally like, a burger in between 2 donuts with a scrambled egg or something weird. And then there's breweries and all kinds of stuff. And you pay one price and everything's included.
You do that, man. You guys take a weekend away or?
Yeah, the weekend.
That's awesome.
I think we leave. I think we're leaving Thursday.
That's cool, buddy. That's awesome. Yeah, I try to pick the biggest movie of the summer.
Aladdin?
No, it's going to be Toy Story 4.
Oh, that'll be a big one.
I would have done the Avengers.
Wait, what is it going to be?
We're doing Toy Story 4.
It's too late for Avengers. Oh,
Yeah,
you mean?
I would have done it, but it was kind of too early in the year for me because I want to do it in June. So I kind of do it. So yeah, but it was good last year. Full house.
We just saw last night. We saw John Wick 3. I'll tell you the one I did not like that much at all. It was better than A Star Is Born, but it still was not good. Was the I can't think of the guy's name now. Who's the gay singer?
Elton John.
Elton John. It was a musical. Like really, they just break out in song, just like in a musical.
Elton John.
We're up.
Yeah, it was nothing.
Hey, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Frank Duran, the real estate man, is with us. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Patty You used to use Hertz. You have a comment. This is what happened. The guy rented Hertz from the hotel. Then he brought it back to the hotel. He parked it outside in the parking lot. He went inside, gave the keys to a guy and said, the car's outside. The guy said, okay, fine, I'll take care of it. He never signed a contract termination. He never got a receipt. He never put an end date on the contract. And then he left. And guess what? Car was towed. The guy's being charged impound. He doesn't have the keys. It's in Florida. He's now in Colorado. It's a freaking nightmare. What do you say, Patty?
Well, yeah, I think he is responsible, but I'll tell you what. I don't know if this is still true. I used to work for her years ago, and because the cars go all over the country, the spare keys are in the trunk. They're in there's a packet hidden in where the spare tire is, a little plastic packet, and that's where they keep the extra keys at. So if you can get to the car or get somebody to get to the car, you should be able to get a key to drive.
How would you open the trunk?
Well, a locksmith.
Oh.
Most people.
Well, if they've opened the car to tow it, they've obviously.
This guy could be looking at a huge bill at the end.
It's going to be way over $1,000. Way over $1,000. You wait. The tow and the impound's going to be $700-800, maybe more. The rental fees, he's looking at another $800-900. Then he's looking at, he won't have to pay loss of use. Not if he pays for the rental. You can't have both. Either, you know. But man, I'll tell you, this is scary. Now, Henry, you want to know about a statute of limitations for, along with Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. If you've been hurt in an automobile accident or in any other way and you're wondering, is this what I have to look forward to? Missing work, pain, missing vacations, not being able to do stuff around the house, and who pays? John Fuller is someone you should talk to. Free of charge, complimentary. If he takes the case, it's only payable if he wins, and it's a small percentage of what he collects. Why should you be the one to suffer? 303-597-4500. 597-4500 on my referral list at referralist.com.
When you think about home loans, think Ideal Home Loans and the help they can give you.
That application process, we go through it line by line, and that really allows us to do an effective job to make sure we're doing what's in your best interest.
Call Brent Ivinson and his team at 303-867-7000, 867-7000, idealhomeloans.com. They can answer all of your home loan questions.
Equal Opportunity Lender, regulated by DORA, NMLS 136756. For terms and conditions, call 844-45-IDEAL. Frank Duran, the real estate man. Whether buying or selling, you can't do better.
You get the full benefits of my team and full team support, but I personally touch every deal, and I negotiate the deal personally for you when you list your property with me.
He sells faster and for more money.
For example, on a recent deal, we sold a home $53,000 over the asking price and $18,000 over the appraised value.
Frank Duran, the real estate man, with RE/MAX Alliance. 303-920-1622. FrankDuran,
This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station. With Ross Kaminsky mornings, Dan Kaplis afternoons at 4, KHOW, Denver.
Renewed calls for impeachment. Lisa Brady, Fox News. Some Democrats in Congress taking aim again over something the president said last night, a comment that's also...
If you remember saying that, I must have it. You know what, Frank? I'll look. I mean, maybe I didn't go far enough on the interview.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to saturate people because I always want to be gentle like that. But I
when I interviewed you, did you have anything like that in it?
At the end,
because I still have that raw.
When did you interview? On camera?
No, for our interview show.
Yeah, there's definitely stuff on there. Just something. I mean,
I'll send you that raw stuff if I can find it, because I think I asked him the question, then I shut up for about 2 minutes. But exactly that. I said, how does faith come in? And then he talked. But I don't remember what you said.
Just my relationship with Jesus, with God, you know. And I get it, because I have this one client, oh man, he was elderly. And I always say, God bless. And he says, look, I'm going to ask you a favor. He says, I like you. He says, I'm going to list my home with you, but don't say God bless you. He says, I don't like that.
I wonder why that bothered him.
It bothered me, because I don't believe in God. He was an elderly man. It's a funny story, because he just emailed me. This was years ago. And he's elderly. And he says, I don't believe in God. He says, I just prefer you don't say that. And I respected him. I always respect his wishes. So I sold his home, got a good relationship with him. I'm sitting at the title company after we sold his home. And I said, Gary, I said, look, I know you said you don't believe in God. I said, but would you listen to me for just a minute? And we talked. I put my arm around him. And ever since then, we became like friends. And when he visited Denver, because he moved to Vegas, he came out here just to see me. I was actually doing the show with y'all. He met me in the parking lot just to say hi to me. You know, and so now we've had a good relationship, but yeah, at first he didn't want to hear nothing about it.
I don't know why it would bother somebody that you say that. Maybe if they were atheist or something.
Well, I think he was.
Or no, I didn't mean atheist, like a devil worshiper.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine why it would bother an atheist.
Yeah, I saw a devil worship. We went to Disneyland a few years ago. Some guy was into Satanism, was out there, and he was sitting on one of the rides, and this guy was freaky, and I'm like, what the heck is this guy doing here? You know, at Disneyland. Yeah, just a weird deal, man. But,
well, there's some weirdos out there.
Yeah. I know there are.
There are some freaks in the
Oh, I get some
world,
too, man. Jeez Louise. I get some. You guys must deal with that stuff all the time, man.
You know, the mentally ill seem to be coming to Denver in droves now, and I think it does have to do with the marijuana and now the magic mushrooms, and they're trying to pass all these homeless rules, and I mean, it's really sad in a lot of ways. Forget about the economics and how it affects people's property and stuff, but I mean, it's like, then you look at San Francisco and they can't even, man, it's like the plague's coming back there. The feces and just everything, the needles.
This report
it's horrible.
Sponsored by Napa Auto Parts.
I think this is what we're seeing is a little. I think people are getting less sensitive to things. You know.
You ever look at the population like 1940 compared to now, or 1950 compared to now? Our population explodes.
Our state just getting anywhere anymore.
Well, I mean the world though, it explodes. Eventually, if it keeps growing like it has in 50 years, I don't even know where people will go.
Mars, maybe?
Yeah, that's true, the space station.
There's plenty of room on Earth. It's just that the Earth is not utilized efficiently.
Well, yeah, you're right. Some continents have next to nothing.
There's plenty of room, actually, right now for loads of people, but not
somewhere around,
not distributed even.
I think it was 95 or 96, you could take everybody in the world in 95 or 96, everybody, and give them each
several acres.
In Texas. Just in Texas.
But
it wasn't several acres, though. It was like a standard lot.
There's one Christian organization did a study on the resurrection because people were refuting and land area of the earth if the earth was a paradise. You know, because you wouldn't have barren, and it was an astronomical amount of land people would have in order to accommodate everyone who's ever lived. Well, first of all, everyone who's ever lived wouldn't be part of it anyway, only a certain amount would be. But they did this as a scientific kind of no apologist.
I wonder how many people have ever lived now that you say that. I mean, that number's got to be astounding. Like what? Trillions.
No, not as many as you think, Mark. No.
You don't think so?
No, think about it. No, because if you think about it, the Earth's population doesn't turn over that much. And there was only like 4 to 7 billion. And now there might be more. But what I'm saying is that there was way less, and then gradually more. I don't think it's as many as you think. I don't think it is.
I don't know. It's a weird question.
I'll bet you it's not even close to it. Not even close to it. Let's see. I wonder if anyone has ever done it. What's going on, dear?
That Dave Ramsey thing was...
Did you get a hold of anyone?
I walked into their office and talked to them. And
what do you think? They don't have an office here.
Dave Logan?
I don't want to fucking talk to Dave Logan. Dave Logan is a local guy with...
Oh, he doesn't endorse it? It's Ramsey?
Dave Ramsey is the one I wanted to talk to. Oh, shit.
Oh, well. I'll go apologize to them. They didn't like me, though, because they were, like, looking at me now.
Well, why did you talk to them? What did you say to them?
I just
did
said
they even know it? They don't have anything to do with it.
Yeah, and she said, oh, okay. She said...
What did you ask them exactly? You asked them if they had
if they
endorsed what? And what did they say?
And she said, you know what, I'd have to check into it. I don't know all of it.
And then what did you say?
And so I was just like, we're just concerned and, you know,
oh my God.
connecting. I'll go down. down and clean it up.
Just tell him that you totally were mistaken. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah. I should have communicated that. You thought Dave Ramsey and Dave Logan were the same?
No.
Okay.
No. In fact, I walked in and said Dave Ramsey, and
That's why they were confused.
of course.
And something that works well with your shit.
Call Brent Ivinson and his team at 303-867-7000. IdealHomeLoans.com. Help when you need it most. Equal Opportunity Lender regulated by DORA, NMLS 136756. For terms and conditions, call 844-45-IDEAL.
He's really in the
And then they shipped me my cups for the event, and they messed up my cups, Thompson.
What's the matter with them?
They were supposed to put Team Duran on the back, and instead they put Frank Duran on the front and Frank Duran on the back, and it just, So I'm going to have to see if we can get it fixed. If not, we'll just have to use what we have now.
Or get a refund on them. Did you sign off on them, though?
Yeah,
I can't believe what just happened.
I know, don't even bring it up.
Hello, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303.
We're talking about your problems, questions, and complaints, and we can take calls right now. I have Henry I'm going to take right now, but we have open lines. You can get right through. If you have a problem, a question or complaint, someone lied to you, cheated, ripped you off, or you just want to sound off and give an on-air review, you can do it. 303-713-8255. Henry, what's happening with you? What's going on?
Tom, I've got a question about a statute of limitation on a garnishment.
Okay. When I said it depends, if you're asking about a statute of limitation on a garnishment alone, there is no statute of limitation on a garnishment. There's a statute of limitation on getting a judgment. Okay, so if you don't get a judgment, you don't get a garnishment. If you do get a judgment, you can then you can decide a garnishment anytime you want. There's no limit, as long as it's within the judgment. If the judge, you can keep renewing judgments over and over and over. They're 6 years, 12 years, 18, 20, depending on the judgment. So if a judgment is in effect, you can get a garnishment. So technically, there's no statute of limitations on a garnishment if there is a judgment. If someone has an uncollected debt in Colorado, and most states have statutes similar, but if there's an uncollected debt and you've not made any payments on it for 6 years, they can no longer get a judgment.
Okay.
So tell me about your debt.
Well, mine was originally August of 2009.
And what was it for?
It was for a credit card.
Okay, from 2004.
No, 9.
I'm sorry, from 2009. And when was the last time you paid on it?
God, 2000, probably 7.
Okay. Well, then why do you say 2009?
Because well, I had some medical problems and I didn't pay anything on it for 2 years, and they didn't bother me. Then all of a sudden I got a garnishment.
When? When? In 2000? Okay, well, that's because they probably got a judgment. I can't go back now and see. It's too long ago. It's 10 years ago.
They must have got a judgment if it's a garnishment.
So they had a garnishment. How much did they take from you?
No. They didn't take anything because at the time I was already being garnished for another.
Okay,
debt.
So are they doing it now?
No, the other debt is paid off.
Okay, so what about that original garnishment? Did it ever come back to haunt you?
It just now come back to haunt me.
It did?
Yes.
Okay, it has a case number on it.
Yes, I do.
Okay, look it up and find out when they got their judgment. Their judgment is only good for a certain amount of time. Make sure they have a judgment.
Okay.
And what county, what court is it?
El Paso.
Go to is it El Paso County?
Yeah, El Paso County, yes.
Okay. How much is the total bill?
8,000 something.
Okay, go to El Paso County with that case number. You go to the courthouse and request to see that file. Okay?
Yes.
And then you see when they got their judgment.
Okay.
Or go online and get a free credit report. That should tell you as well when the judgment was filed. Todd, welcome. What's going on, Todd?
Yes, sir. I got a call this morning out of the blue about a credit card I supposedly had.
Now, is it past due or something?
No, they were notifying me that they were going to be filing documents for a judgment against me for a card that I never had. I called Capital One to verify because I thought there might be some kind of.
Did they say it was a Capital One card?
Yes.
Okay. And what happened?
Did you have one?
No, not in 2007. I've got 3 of them now.
Okay, so the one that they said you had in 2007, what did they say you owe?
About $3,600, a little more.
Okay.
With, fees and interest, etc.
Okay.
So I called Capital One to verify, see if they had anything on their books. And they said we have your current stuff, but no, you never had a card back in the day.
So they're ghosting you. They're lying to you.
Well, yeah, that's what I figured. I told them, the lady refused to give me the card number. And
okay, if they refuse to give you information, like how about a case number?
Well, no, they haven't done anything yet. They were looking to set up quote-unquote payments.
Yep. Now, listen, don't ever get tricked into that.
Oh, yeah, of course. I told them to send me all the paperwork, and I'd look at it and get back with them.
Good.
And she said, well, we already have, and so we don't have to do that. I was like, well, okay, never mind. You're not getting nothing. So
I'm glad that you didn't. I'm glad you didn't fall for them.
No, I told them, go ahead and have me served. I'll see you in court.
Excellent. Excellent.
I thought that was because in the statute of limitations for that stuff only like 7 years anyway.
The statute of limitations for what? What part?
If you have a bad debt.
Yeah, it's 6 years. In 6 years, if they don't go to court and get a judgment, they can no longer do it.
Okay.
And you can always check your own credit report, man, to see if anything's on there.
No, I do that on a regular basis, Experian and Credit Karma and all that stuff. So I'm a small business owner, so that's a big deal.
All right. Well, I think that you're doing the right thing by not falling for it or getting afraid or trying to, you did the right thing. Just ignore the jerks.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Okay, Todd. Listen, debt collections, there's all kinds of fake debt collections. We can go over some of them on what you will be told and how it can get you into trouble. Okay? Fake debt collections. I'm writing it down so I can discuss it. Meanwhile, 303-713-TALK. We have open lines. 303-713-8255.
This report is sponsored by Krylon Fusion.
Watch out for some slowing on the north end of town. Southbound I-25 approaching 144th construction. The culprit there. Backups to Highway 7. Pack your patience. Once you get south of there, you should be in better shape. Downtown, the drive on I-25, sporadic delays both directions, mainly between Alameda and Colfax at this time. Both directions of I-70 a bit heavy. Either side of the 270 interchange. Westbound 270 a nightmare approaching Vasquez as well. The weather forecast. Going to be a chance of showers this afternoon with a high near 85. Tonight, showers early, then mostly cloudy in the overnight hours and a low around 56. Right now, partly cloudy skies in the Mile High City and 70. Weather, I'm Pete Wagner. 630 K-How.
Mark, look at my Realtor.com page. Look at the background. Recognize that?
Protection and excellent coverage. No sanding.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was perfect.
That is
long.
Get the right finish in a single after.
That's really nice.
QC of Colorado. Let me tell you what it does. In the morning, you turn on that whole house fan, And no, it doesn't pull cold air from the basement. It can, but if the basement is cool, you don't need to do that. You just open up a window downstairs, leave the basement alone since it's already cool. It'll equalize your home and keep the cool basement. It'll help you cut down air conditioning. You can leave your air conditioner on. It'll do an air exchange and cool down your house and then turn off. It's got a cycle. Then at night you do the same thing. You get fresh, cool air and you cut your AC bills sometimes as much as in half. It's an unbelievable system, a quick payback. It's worth every penny. I'm doing one in my home today. I'm a real customer. You should be one too. And this is the best one on the market. It's called QCcolorado.com. QCcolorado.com. 720-398-4510. Call them. They'll do an evaluation free of charge and give you a price. And it's not expensive, really. 720-398-4510.
Even in my own home, I have my own designated space to smoke. I think about it.
It's on my Realtor.com page I have.
A friend of mine said, why wouldn't you just
I
try
used
the Jewel?
the picture we had from your condo, and it looks beautiful.
I didn't hear you, what?
Oh, my Realtor.com page? Well, you can't. I'll show it to you, but
what?
I used a picture from your condo as my background. It looks perfect.
Yeah, it looks cool as hell.
Long, right? Centeno Schultz, the docs I recommend for living stem cell therapy. They harvest stem cells at the time of treatment, redeliver them in you with imagery accurately to the point you need it. And if they think they can't do any good, they'll tell you. They're honest, they're ethical, they have alternative treatments as well. So you're bound to find something to help you with your pain and your discomfort. They have thousands of cases behind them. They are the most experienced clinic anywhere when it comes to stem cell therapy. And they have weekly seminars to share this information free of charge. Call them about one, or just go for an evaluation, which is covered by most insurance. 303-963-9201. 303-963-9201. Here's a good website to remember. TheStemCellExperts.com.
You've heard the hype over CBD oil.
I think I'm going to get this new Saver card.
What is it?
It's Capital One. 4% back on all dining and entertainment. 2% at grocery. But that 4% on dining and entertainment, that's huge, man. I've never seen 4% back.
You know, I was told I was approved and never got the card, ever. And I can find nothing else about it.
Oh, you guys should call Cap One and ask them.
You've heard me talk about
I gotta call mine.
because I just
Yeah, make sure they didn't send it to somebody else or some weird shit, man.
country in the early 2000s with $300 and decided he wanted to be
Okay, this been verified bullshit is
countertops and
coming up on my.
from the manufacturer. I can't say it enough. Save money, get prices on.
What is it?
It's been it keeps popping up on my. It's like it planted a little cookie and it keeps popping up.
Dump your cash.
A few photos. He'll tell you how to do that. Call him. Get your price. If you like it,
Tom,
you will.
are you going to be in the office after the show today? I'll call Cap One.
That's a small markup from the manufacturer. Always wholesale on the counter material.
What's the gentleman's name that does the music, Mark?
Importer of quartz.
Say it again.
Grant.
Grant.
As well as solid surfaces. Quotes on the phone 303-386-5919. The bathroom's free when you have the kitchen done at the same time, and also he will tear out and haul away everything free. 303-386-5919.
The analysis we need. You examine this Green New Deal in detail from a man who knows. Statism, communism, call it whatever you want. Sean Henry.
Ah, there's an annual fee on this one now.
On 630
I'm Tom Martino. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. Okay. Jules, your turn. What's going on? Then Joe Ellen about a rental car. Go ahead, Jules.
Wise one. I just $60 in cash last night over this guy car that Mom Bernadette and told me it was part of Mom's estate. So they kind of want Matthew to have it in greeting.
Jules?
My dad was going to be back over here after he got to $40.
Okay, Jules, hold on one sec, okay? You're calling about, I just need to ask some simple questions. You're calling about a problem?
A car that...
about a car? Hold on. About a car?
Yes.
Okay, a car that you bought?
No, I sold it to this guy.
Okay, and you sold the car, and what's the problem?
He came over here twice in the past couple of weeks, and...
What does he want?
His $20. I gave him the $20 back, and...
Wait. You sold him a car for how much?
I never charged him anything, but he...
What kind of car did you...
It was an Oldsmobile, and...
Was this your... Jules, was this your car?
Yes, pretty much it was, yes.
And you gave it to someone?
Yes.
Why did you give away your car?
It wasn't working awfully well. It wasn't working. It had a lot of problems to it.
Okay, and you wanted to give it away?
Yes.
And he took it?
Yes. I signed the bill of sale.
I got it, and then, but he didn't give you any money?
He loaned me $20 that I paid him back last night.
$20. And is this guy bothering you?
Well, he was for a while coming over here and swearing when he drove away. I thought, why does he keep coming over here and swearing at me?
Now, do you live alone?
I'm here. I've been here since February the 12th by myself. And
What was before February 12th? Who was with you?
My beautiful mother.
And did your mother die?
Yes.
Was your mother... Hold on. Your mother was taking care of you?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have disabilities?
Yes.
What kind? Mental disabilities?
I have knee problems and back problems.
Okay. And do you get Social Security?
Yes.
Okay. Does anyone drop in and visit you to make sure you're doing okay?
Yes.
Who does?
The police department and EMTs and some people that...
And doesn't Bernadette check on you too, Jules?
Who's Bernadette?
And Greg. And
his aunt.
His aunt, okay.
We checked on him before, Tom.
Okay, so Jules, but this guy, you're not going to let him take any more money from you.
Well, he should be me back my $40 if they don't have that car coming back.
Okay, listen.
That's what he told me.
He wants to come back and get money from you?
No.
What does he say he's going to do?
The guy was supposed to bring the car back last night after I paid him the $40.
Okay, but wait a minute. I thought you said you gave the car away.
I signed the bill of sale, and he took it after he patched up a part that somebody broke that he knew.
Okay, Jules, do you drive?
Yes, I do.
You do? You have a driver's license?
Well, I got to get another one because I lost the money in my wallet.
Were you driving the car that you gave away?
No.
Okay, you have another car?
Yes.
Okay. Well, what do you need help with right now?
I just want to know that guy's not going to come over here anymore and bother
you.
The car or coming on the property.
Well, we'll make sure he doesn't come over and bother you. What's his name?
I don't know. It was on the bill.
How did he find you?
Yep. He came over here with his guys that I brought over here because there was well.
How did these guys, wait a minute, how did they find you? Did you meet them somewhere?
I brought one over here. And
from where? You brought them there from where?
King Supers.
They met you when you were shopping, you ran into this guy?
After I walked out of the store.
And he followed you?
He came along with these other couple of guys.
Okay, something's going on here, Jules. They're taking advantage of you.
Well, I know. But
now listen, Jules, they could be stealing from you. You don't know what they're doing.
I keep a watch on them. I keep it pretty...
Okay. Do you have their phone numbers?
No.
Where does he live? Greeley? Where do you live?
In Longmont.
Longmont. Okay. Hold on. Suzanne, these guys followed him home from King Supers.
I brought two of them home.
Well, what do you mean? Why did you bring them home?
Because the one person, he wasn't too healthy. He wasn't very healthy.
Did you let him stay with you?
Yeah, I gave him orange juice and Mucinex.
Okay. Listen, man, you can't be doing that, Jules.
I know.
Jules, it's not safe.
Yep.
So now there's no one with you right now, right?
No.
Okay. Make sure you don't do this again. You can't bring strangers home.
Yeah, I realize that.
And can you give us your aunt's number?
Who? Bernadette?
Yes. Hold on. Suzanne. Get Aunt Bernadette. Suzanne. Hello? Get Aunt Bernadette's number. And, Jules, you can't be bringing strangers home, please.
Maybe we do a well check on
Yeah. We got to do a check on Jules. Joe Ellen, you have a comment on the rental car from Hertz where the guy dropped it off. They won't acknowledge it. It's now impounded.
Right. I was in the repossession business for 34 years.
Yeah.
And so I'm real familiar with impounds. They won't let a third party go get the car. He'll have to have a copy of a title and a notarized letter from Hertz. And this
what about a rental agreement that's still in effect?
Nope. It's all based on ownership, not on possession.
But if you have a rental agreement and it says that you are legally renting that car, why wouldn't they release it to you?
I don't believe that it's all to do with the sequencing on the title.
Okay, okay, Joe. We'll have to check that out. He's going to run into a lot of trouble anyway. Beyond that, he may not even get to that point. But here's the deal. I believe when you're renting a car, that's proof of possession. And if a rental car gets towed, you can go pick it up with your contract. I believe you can. I might be wrong though. I might be wrong on that. But they always tell you, keep this in your possession. This is your proof that this car is yours for this time period. Tammy, what's going on? We have lines open at 303-713-TALK, and we're getting to them very quickly. Go ahead, Tammy.
Yes, I had purchased a car on May 21st.
Okay.
At a small dealership, and when we drove it off the lot, the check engine light came on.
Now, when did you buy it?
May 21st.
Okay. And check engine light was on immediately?
2 hours later.
What, did you get the car checked before you bought it?
Yes.
From who?
From a dealership, from an independent.
Okay. You took it to an independent mechanic to have it checked?
Correct.
And they found nothing wrong with it?
Correct.
How many miles on it?
119,000.
What kind of car?
2003 Jeep Liberty.
Okay. So anyway, go ahead with your story.
So then I bought it for my daughter. She took it to AutoZone. They said it was an O2 sensor. Okay. And so they said that's easy enough to fix, but don't take it for emissions because it won't pass because that was coming on.
That's
so
right.
We didn't take it for emissions. We took it home. They didn't want it back because they moved their body shop to Greeley, and they said they couldn't get it up there to bring the car Friday. And so we took it in there Friday. They drove it up to Greeley the following Monday, and so we didn't hear from them. I thought we were going to be picking it up because they had other things to fix on it too.
Now, this is not the dealer that sold it to you.
It is the dealer.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. So you went beyond the 3-day coupon.
I did.
And now, I know you're trying to make a case for it, but there is no case for it. If you went beyond that 3 days and it doesn't pass emissions, it's on you.
But they told us not to take it in because it wouldn't pass with that O2 system.
Yeah, but if you
we didn't know.
But if you did go in and it didn't pass, that would have given you now proof, and you would have been able to get your money back. But by going beyond the they tricked you. By going beyond the 3 days, now you've lost that right to get a refund.
They did because they told us. I said, "Well, you guys told us not to." That the sales guy. He was like, "Your word against ours." I believe
you, and it is your word against theirs. But you did not get it checked, so therefore your right to get a refund expired. I'm not saying that you can't do anything, but you can't get a refund automatically. It would have been way easier to have that in your back pocket if they couldn't get it fixed. But here's what I want to know: what's wrong with the car?
So when they fixed the O2 sensors, then it tripped the transmission code.
Well, what's wrong with it right now? Just get right to that point. What's wrong with it?
Valve body.
Okay, and so what is that going to take?
It's going to take $700 more to fix that.
By them. Have you had it independently inspected?
No.
You should. I wouldn't trust the place that just screwed you.
Yeah.
Why do people do that all the time?
I don't know. It was for my daughter's. She's 18. It was her first car.
Listen, I feel
experience.
It is a terrible experience. I hate telling you this, but you bought it as is, and that
That's
independent.
The thing they told me is I didn't buy the warranty.
But why didn't that independent mechanic find any problems?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, at least you didn't just buy it. You did have it checked out. Well,
I did.
I would ask that guy, what the hell's going on here? Maybe you don't need the valve body. See, I don't know if I even trust that dealer. Why don't you go back to that original mechanic and ask him?
Okay.
I mean, here's the deal. Let's put it this way. I would not have that dealership fix the car.
Mm-hmm.
No way. I wouldn't do business with them anymore. I would have it somewhere else, get it fixed up, go somewhere else to get it fixed. But you're not going to get them to pay for it.
Right.
But the good news, maybe it's not a bad car. Maybe once that's fixed, you'll be all right.
Right. And I still have to, I still don't have an emissions on it, so.
Well, you will once you get this stuff fixed.
Right.
And we have reputable people. Where are you?
Thornton.
I mean, I would just go to one of our people. Or I would go, if you really, really want to know what's going on, you call Automotive MDs and let them do a mobile diagnostic on it. Or you call SOS Inspections, Norris. SOS Inspections, he's really good. And do a mobile inspection. You have to pay for it, but he'll give you, beyond a shadow of a doubt, what's wrong with it. And then you can pick one of our shops to get it fixed. Listen, you're going to have to do this in order to be safe. 303-713-TALK. David Salisbury is an attorney at law. And here's what I want to know. What about when you leave your home in a trust? Many people don't want to go to probate, so they put their house in a trust. So when they die, the trust continues, and the trustee can do what they want. Is there a problem with it?
Well, here's the problem. You know, people have adult kids living with them for whatever reason, sometimes disabled. Sometimes they just can't, keep a job. So they want to keep the house. Once they're dead, they want to make sure that the child can stay in the house. Well, okay, great. But where does the money come from to pay all the bills of the house, the tax, the insurance, and all those things? So it's not as easy as just, hey, I'm leaving the house in the trust and so-and-so can live there. Somebody's got to pay the bills. So what I tell people to do is they've got to find some money that they can also put in the trust to pay the bills because the child doesn't have the money to do it. So it's not just as simple as, hey, well, I put a house in the trust, it's for my child. That's not the end of the story.
I get it. And if you need any information on any kind of trusts, probate, wills, estates, estate planning, David Salisbury is on our referral list at referralist.com, 720-493-3911.
This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station with Russ Kaminsky Mornings, Sean Hannity at 1, KHOW, Denver.
Fix It 24/7. The company I call for plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, they have a great checkup and tune and fix and clean. Now, when I say fix, minor little things to make your air conditioning in perfect condition. Now, if there are major problems, of course, they'll let you know and they'll credit you that $39. But that $39 will go through the entire system. And they take out the condenser to the extent they can. They clean the condenser, the blower motor, the coils. They check the pressures, the refrigerant. They go through the electrical connections, and you know your AC is in great condition. They give you a no breakdown guarantee. They even check the thermostat and the accuracy. It's a check that costs way more than $39, but they do it for $39 because they want to be your company. That's $39. They also have similar checks for the plumbing system, for HVAC, for heating, and they can also do electrical. $39 people. That's Fix It 24/7. FixMyHome.com. 720-526-3939.
From the Fox Business Network, all Wall Street stocks are higher in afternoon trading as a jump in the price of oil is boosting energy companies today. Recently, oil prices have been falling on signs that demand is declining. And shares of RH, formerly known as Restoration Hardware, are soaring and are up nearly 20% following a robust earnings report and upbeat outlook as the brand's turnaround efforts have begun to pay off, which is good news for shares of the home furnishings retailer, which is trying to get out of the red for the year. And many economists are now predicting that the Federal Reserve's next move will be lowering interest rates, and it's expected to happen by the fall. Of those surveyed by the Wall Street Journal, more than 3/4 now expect the Fed to cut rates, which compares with roughly half who said back in May they thought the next Fed rate adjustment would be a cut. Fed officials have been holding their benchmark rate steady since December in a range of between 2.25% and 2.5%. With the Fox Business Report, I'm Hillary Barsky.
Prescription products require an online physician consultation and are only available if the physician determines a prescription is appropriate. See website for full details.
Hey guys, good news! The expensive little blue pill is now generic, which means you can get the prescription medication to treat ED at affordable prices. And now get your first month's supply for just $5 at 4hims.com/Chris. Hims connects you with real doctors online who can prescribe the medication, and a pharmacy sends it right to your door. So easy. To get your first order for just $5, you need to go to 4hims.com/Chris. That's 4hims.com/Chris.
This report is sponsored by Napa Auto Parts.
Slowing in the normal spots across town on the north end. Construction slowing it down on southbound I-25 approaching 144th. Solid backups to 168th at this time. Also watch out for delays downtown in both directions of I-70. Sporadic delays between Alameda and Spear. Westbound I-70 remains slow in the elevated portion. Westbound 270 heavy approaching Vasquez. Possible minor wreck eastbound I-70 just past Havana. Seeing a little bit of slowing on that stretch right now. The weather forecast. Chance of showers later on today with a high of 85. Tonight, showers early, then mostly cloudy overnight, a low of 56. Right now, partly cloudy and 78. With your traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner, 630 KHOW.
This month at Napa Auto Parts stores, get $25 or more off brand new DeWalt power tools by trading in your old ones. Quality parts, helpful people, that's Napa know-how at participating Napa Auto Parts stores. While supplies last, offer ends June 30th.
If there's a time in your life when you should have it all, it's in retirement. APO Financial believes you shouldn't have to worry about your money in retirement. If the thought of losing it or running out is impacting your happiness, you have the wrong plan. At APO Financial, their name has the word protect in it, so they'll start by protecting your assets. They'll seek out growth opportunities that go beyond the traditional asset classes, like Opportunity Zone investing, where you can make money and potentially eliminate your capital gains taxes. At APO Financial, their sole mission is to help you achieve your retirement goals. And as fiduciaries, you can be confident that they'll always put your best interest first. If you're ready for your lifetime of hard work to start working hard for you, it's time for you to schedule your complimentary review. Call APO Financial today at 720-588-2000 or learn more at apofinancial.com. That's apofinancial.com.
Brent Ivinson, Ideal Home Loans. Let's talk about how you can help home buyers.
We have a number of programs. They're all free. Whether it's our Ideal Home Purchase Plan that is an all-encompassing roadmap to buying your next home, whether it's our 3-week closing guarantee where we underwrite and approve your loan up front, our home buyer scouting report where you search for your next home, every one of these tools is designed to get you as much home for your payment as possible, and more importantly, plan through this process so that we have you ready to go so that when we find the house that works for you, you can close and close quickly without overpaying.
You know, Brent, what I love is that Ideal Home Loans is a mortgage company, but helping home buyers. And in this market, we need all the help we can get. And all they have to do is log on to idealhomeloans.com. And I'm telling you, it's amazing, this home scouting report. And you even have something to help new home buyers get ready to buy. Idealhomeloans.com for your next Ideal Home Loan, 303-867-7000. Also on my referral list at referralist.com.
Grainberry.
This is Bob Harris for Grainberry Cereals. You may know that Grainberry is known for nutritious whole grains and natural antioxidants. But now, I'd like to tell you about new Grainberry cereals with remarkable onyx. Onyx Black Sorghum was perfected at Texas A&M University. Its health benefits are remarkable, like neutralizing a full range of free radical threats to your body, from the sun's rays to normal digestion and everything in between. Not only more powerful antioxidants, Onyx helps control sugar metabolism in your body. It slows down the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream. And Grainberry Onyx has natural fiber grown within the plant itself, so you don't have to borrow fiber as some cereals do. Also, Grainberry pancake and waffle, cookie, brownie, and muffin mixes, all with remarkable Onyx. Time to give your body some real support. Grainberry with Onyx.
Available at your local Sprouts. Grainberry.
Denver's talk station. Online at khow.com.
These are my friends, these are my friends. I love them, I love them.
I'm Tom Martino. This is a crazy day. Rain or shine, you know, it's sprinkling or pouring. We get some calls and full lines and then nothing. And I'll let you know whenever you can get through. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Okay, let's talk about fake debt collection. One of them is just out and out fake. It's where they just say you owe something and you don't. That's just out and out fraud, okay? And they hope to scare you into paying money, okay? That's one. Another one is what's called ghosting. So first is just plain fraud. Then there's ghosting. Ghosting is where you had a debt, okay? You may have paid it, maybe not, but it's older than 6 years, and it's dead. That's why the term ghosting is used, because it's resurrected. So remember, it may be that you paid it. It may be that you didn't. But whatever it is, it's not a threat to you, but they make it seem like a threat. Now, they ghost this, hoping that you pay something. And if you pay something, you revive the debt. And now you are stuck. Think about that. That's ghosting. Then the other one is called, what do we call them? Gutter service, gutter, or we call them sewers. But it's gutter service. Gutter service is where they claim they really served you and they didn't. But they're banking on the fact that you'll never, ever challenge the judgment. So they don't serve you. That's where it gets the name gutter service. They throw it in the gutter. You know. Then you don't show up for court, and they get a default judgment. But here's where they're smart. They don't go after the default judgment for a year or two. And guess what? It's too late for you to do anything about it, because with a default judgment, you have to challenge it within 6 months. Isn't that weird? So that's gutter service. Then the other one is called the hallway settlement scam. Do you know what the hallway settlement scam is? That's where you are sued and you show up. And the guy meets you, the lawyer. He meets you and says, okay, here's the deal. You give me $50, it goes away. Or you give me $100 and it goes away. And then you pay the money and leave. This attorney then goes into court and says, Your Honor, he didn't show up. And they get a default judgment. So those are various dirty, rotten, scoundrel debt collecting practices. Hey, Roger, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Tom?
What's happening with Sam's Club?
Nothing. You know what? I was able to return the phone.
Oh, you're the one. Wait. Yeah. This was a weird story.
He had like 5 phones.
It was so weird. You were going to get this 5-in-1, but you could only get a few at one Sam's Club, and they sent you to another one, and then they mistakenly activated 5 on the other, so when you tried to get the other 2 activated, they said they were all ready or whatever. What the hell happened?
So they approved for me to go return them. Now they're charging me almost $5,000 because they're claiming that I never returned the phone. So I got proof that I returned the phone.
Oh, my God.
And they won't fix it. Now they send me
Oh, my God.
And now they told me.
What kind of proof do you have you returned them?
I'm sorry?
What proof do you?
They gave me a receipt, but they're still not fixing the situation.
Well, hold on. If you have a receipt and they're suing you, go to court with the receipt and you win.
Well, that's why I'm calling you, because now I'm like thinking I should just hire an attorney or something.
Why? Well, I'm not telling you not to. I'm just saying, if they're taking you to court for $5,000 because they say you still have the phones, and you have a receipt showing that you returned 5 phones, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you just bring that receipt with you and the judge says dismissed? I mean, why do you think you'll lose if you have a receipt?
Oh, I'm not saying I would lose. I just don't want to go through the whole process. I want this fixed now.
Yeah, but no matter what, even if you hire, listen, I'm not telling you not to hire an attorney. It's probably a good idea. But even if you hire an attorney, you have to go through the process.
I want to see the receipts where
these
were returned.
To, pay a returner for an attorney.
Well, then go alone. If I had a receipt like that, I would go in and tell the judge, here's my receipt.
Can you send us a picture of that receipt?
Yeah. Is there a way that you can refer me to someone who's probably pro bono?
No, there's no one pro bono.
Okay.
You don't get free attorneys. Why would somebody do that for you?
Why would you become an attorney?
Now, listen.
Well, I'm not saying free.
What are you saying?
Based on contingency. That's what they call that.
Oh, hold on. Do you know what contingency means?
Well, it depends if they're going to win your case or not.
Okay, and if you win, they take a part of the damage. What damage? What are you suing for?
Oh, for a lot of things.
What are you suing for? Roger, you don't have a damages case. You don't have a damages case.
Okay.
In other words, the best you're going to get is you win.
I think this whole thing's squirrely, man.
You don't believe him?
I'm not saying I don't believe him, but no, I don't
Can you
believe
send us a copy of the receipt?
I sent you everything. I sent you the contracts. I sent you all the emails.
Do you have a copy of the receipt when you returned them?
I just got that.
Okay, well, I want to see it. That's it. We're going to leave it there. I want to see it.
What do you make of it?
I've never seen somebody with more trouble in my life on a phone transaction. I just can't believe how much trouble he has. 303-713-TALK. Frank Duran, the real estate man. Are there any common schemes in real estate you run across with other realtors that you're wise to now, that when you see it, you know it? Like either a gimmick or a scheme or out-and-out exaggerations or lies. Are there any recurring themes that ever come up?
The one I see every now and then, Tom, I'll have a listing up for sale, and then somebody will say it's on Craigslist as if it's a rental. And they mislead people. So then somebody will call me and say, hey, I'm calling about your rental. And they give me the address. I say, well, you know it's for sale. Oh, it's on Craigslist that it's a rental. And I actually had one time where...
And you know why it's as a rental? Because they're hoping to meet somebody there and take a deposit.
We had one, this was about 5 or 6 years ago, where actually somebody had moved in the house. It was vacant.
Oh, my God.
They were lied to as if they were going to rent that property. And,
how'd they get access?
You know, to be honest, I don't know how they got access. Somebody must have broken in and then changed the locks somehow.
Because you don't give out that number.
Oh, no.
In fact,
never.
Frank, I swear to God, one time Frank was in traffic. I said, Frank, just give me that lockbox number. He says, no way, Tom, I can't. I said, Frank, it's me. He says, I can't do that, Tom. That's my license. I mean, no, you don't fool around.
Serious.
You don't fool around.
Yeah. And so I don't know how they got in. I know they didn't get in through us, but somehow they must have broken in and told them it was a rental.
This report is sponsored by Walgreens.
There's a brand new accident in the Tech Center Drive, northbound I-25 approaching Bellevue, actually right over Bellevue practically. Off to the right shoulder, no rescue vehicles on scene yet, but once they show up you can expect delays. The rest of the drive across town, typical delays in the typical spots. Northbound I-25 slow again downtown from Alameda traveling up to Colfax. Southbound slow there from I-70 traveling down to Spear. Westbound 6th Avenue, it's really heavy in that nightmare around Federal. Westbound I-70 slow in the elevated portion. 270 slow approaching Vasquez on the westbound side. The weather forecast. Chance of showers today, a high of 85. Right now, partly cloudy and 78. With your traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner, 630 KHOW.
At Walgreens, your day doesn't have to stop for diabetes. Get expert diabetes advice 24/7. Find all major brands of testing supplies like Walgreens TrueMetrics, and download tools to help you stay on track. Stop by and talk to your Walgreens pharmacist today.
Dr. Kelly, Fit Mom of 4. That's her Instagram. That's one of her passions. You know, we advertise Avenue Dental Studio. She and her husband run, and they have a $59 special for new patients with x-rays, exam, cleaning, etc. All for $59. That's great. But she also would like to direct people to Dr. Kelly, Fit Mom of 4. That's the @ Dr. Kelly, Fit Mom of the number 4. Dr. Kelly, Fit Mom of 4. She has an ad program for parents who just gave birth. It's world famous, no fooling. Hey, if you ever want to call the dental studio, 720-240-4740. Suzanne loves her. Did some minor cosmetic work. AvenueDentalStudio.com.
As a husband and a dad and a pet owner, I would never expose my home to unnecessary chemicals. And luckily, I don't have to thanks to Be Green Carpet Cleaning. They get the job done with safe, organic, and natural ingredients. And with their full house special of just $249, now is a great time to check that off your to-do list for the year. Book your carpet cleaning online today at BeGreenCarpetCleaning.com and you'll get that great offer of $249 for your whole house. That's BeGreenCarpetCleaning.com. Be Green, smarter, safer services.
Buy and Build is now Buy and Build Kitchen and Bath. They're specializing in kitchen and bath. All the bathroom fixtures, the faucets and stuff, pennies on the dollar compared to even big boxes. And they have great deals on cabinets and countertops. Listen, they did cabinets for me for my garage. They were so inexpensive. That's right. I mean, I could have bought garage cabinets and spent more money. So I bought beautiful cabinets for my garage, for my workshop with granite because it's so cheap at Buy and Build. And they're doing the installation as well. 560 South La Pan, new location. You go to I-25 in Alameda. Then you go west on Alameda to La Pan and then just go south 2 blocks and look for the big, giant orange and blue building for you-know-who. He's a Broncos fan, okay? It's a big, giant orange and blue building, 560 South La Pan, buyandbuild.net, 303-295-6022.
Do you hear that? No? It's the sound of your car just sitting there, costing you money, like your 25-year-old who won't move out. But why, though? These days, people are giving strangers the keys to their homes, rides in their cars, even the keys to their cars. Everyone's sharing their stuff, and it's paying off big time. Now's the time to discover Turo, the car-sharing marketplace where car owners can share their cars to help pay for them. Many car owners earn thousands of dollars a month simply by sharing their cars on Turo. Each Turo trip is backed by $1 million in liability insurance from Liberty Mutual. And all drivers are pre-screened, so you can rest easy. We know where they live. Hear that? That's the sound of your car earning cash. Cash, baby. Skrilla. Dollar bills. Find out how much you could earn on Turo. Go to Turo.com/earn. That's Turo.com/earn to discover how much you could make by sharing your car. Turo. Pay for your car by sharing it today.
Hey guys, the main culprit of ED are changes that occur in the muscle and vascular system of the erectile tissues. If blood vessels are damaged or impaired, blood can't fill the tissues, causing ED. At Evolution Medical Group, our ED treatment restores function naturally. No pills, no painful needles, no surgery. Just the newest proven technology from Europe using shockwave therapy. The European Association of Urology calls shockwave therapy the gold standard for the treatment of ED. Our FDA-cleared shockwave device breaks up blockages and repairs blood vessels and tissue to restore function and create a new, healthier path for blood to flow, addressing the cause and not just the symptoms of ED. Evolution Medical Group's technology, protocols, and personalized treatment plans are designed to address the root cause of your ED and restore function naturally. If you're ready to regain spontaneity and performance in the bedroom, call Evolution Medical Group at 303-420-8955. That's 303-420-8955. Or go to evolutionmedicalgroup.com. That's evolutionmedicalgroup.com.
Ask Alexa to play 630 KHOW on iHeartRadio. Then you can hear Ross Kaminsky tackle the liberal left tomorrow morning 5 to 10.
Getting 630 KHOW from iHeartRadio.
If Denver's talking about it, you'll hear it on 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. So, Frank Duran, what's funny is you were working as a janitor at Sears.
That's true.
Literally.
Yeah, I was.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. And then, how did you get from janitor to Sears Tires?
I worked really hard at being a janitor. This sounds really corny, but I was 18, and I told my mind, I'm going to be the best janitor they ever had. And I'd worked really hard. And I kept asking for opportunity. I'd bug my manager. And finally, one day, he gave me an opportunity to be a service advisor.
A service advisor?
Yeah, worked hard at that, went into tire sales, and then eventually to their phone shop.
Okay. Now, you went to their phone shop.
Yeah.
And you were #1 in tire sales.
Yeah, in the nation. And I won my district manager a trip to Daytona, him and my auto center manager.
But why did you want to leave it if you were making pretty good money back then?
I was obsessed with real estate. There was something about it. I wanted to be part of it. And it was a scary move because I had a comfortable job at Sears. And they actually offered me management. I was going to be the 190 manager at the old South Glen Sears.
What's funny is he say, why would you leave a company like Sears and have a future for something like real estate? And now Sears is all but gone.
Yeah, that just goes to show, follow your heart and your dreams. And I thank God that I made the right decision, because at the time, the logical decision was to stay at Sears and have a career there. The not so logical decision was real estate.
So your first year in real estate, what do you do, like, because you're not making any money?
Right.
So did you have money saved up?
A little bit, but I'll tell you what I had to do. I went knocking on doors looking for business. So I would knock
on... Like, you mean listings?
Oh, literally. I'd knock on 100 doors a day, and then I'd go home to my little apartment. I'd call 100 more people out of the phone book looking for business.
And then when you got a few listings, did you sell those listings, or did someone else sell them?
We would list them. I mean, my first few, of course, I think, buyer agents. You know, we'd promote them to buyer agents.
Okay, now...
Yeah.
What was your first check you got? Do you remember that?
3250, $3,250. Yeah.
Was that like you said, oh my God, that must have been, because how long would it take you to make that at Sears? Like a month or two?
Oh gosh, yeah. You know, and I thought I was doing pretty good at Sears at the time.
So how long after you left Sears did it take to get that $3,250 check?
8 months, because my first...
Oh my God, well, what did you do in the meantime?
I knocked on doors and...
yeah, but what did you do for food?
Just, well, I had the part-time Sears. I was working at Sears.
Oh, you were still working at Sears.
I was just,
I see.
And I got my check, and I thank God, just jumped all the way in. Yeah.
You know what I wish I did earlier in this show is have people call in if they wanted to start in real estate. A lot of new people are getting into real estate now. Why, Frank? Because they think all I need is a real estate license.
It happens all the time. When the market gets hot, people don't...
But you work your ass off. They don't understand how much work
there's so much more to this, Tom. I have so much more to this that I could tell you. And
you have to make sure the transaction gets done.
Yeah, absolutely. There's just so many moving parts in these deals.
Yeah. Like, how many hours do you put in a listing until it's absolutely sold at the closing table?
Oh my gosh, I
can tell you with mine, when we were listing my condo, you must have put in more than a week, like a couple weeks, 40, 80 hours, easy. What really, did you ever say how many hours do you think you put in?
Boy, Tom, I'd have to really...
What do you, any idea? 100 hours for sure. For sure.
We'd have to say at least that. But I'll tell you what, we got the job done. We stayed persistent.
And then buying a home, how many hours? Same as selling, or is it easier? Which is easier?
You know what? There's more taking people out to see homes when you're helping somebody buy a property.
Is it easier or harder?
I think it's the same, just different kinds of jobs is really what it is. Yeah.
Okay. Well, folks, we're out of time. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. When I say the best of the best, you just have to experience it. And now listen. You also have a lot of good people at referralist.com. That's why I do what I do. I really, honest to God, believe it. That's why I say this. Referralist.com. Save all your problems for me.
All right. Thanks, guys.